started? Okay. Hello, my dear JEE warriors. I hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. Do let me know in the chat box, and if I'm live. The paper discussion for your first shift of your second attempt has just started. Get in, everyone. Yes, Shreya sir is live, and we are going to discuss the entire paper based out of memory. So a lot of our students, they give the exam, and after the exam, one of the first things that they do is they come and help the next shift students by providing all the questions, by helping us with the options, by letting us know what kind of questions, what was the difficulty level, or if there was any problem, or what kind of exact nature and the pattern of questions which are asked in the particular shift. So thanks to all the students out there who are helping us out. And let's start with the discussion very quickly. Just get everybody live. Just send the link of this particular session to everyone. Smash the like button. My dear warriors, hello Pradeep, Varshini, Pooja, Shreya, hello Ashrita, hello Excited Bread, good afternoon Anand, good afternoon Nityashri, hello Tina. Now let me tell you, your next phase is about to start, and that is your JEE Advanced. And if you are looking for a book to prepare for JEE Advanced, my dear warriors, there cannot be any other book better than this JEE Advanced Rank Accelerator. It's separately built for, physics, chemistry and mathematics. And there are over 1,000 questions which you can attempt for JEE Advanced exclusively. And it comes with solutions. So don't run behind random books in the market. Don't buy unnecessary books. Just make sure you're sticking to a proper module with advanced specific material for JEE Advanced. The link is there in the description box. Do not forget to check that out, because your next stage is about to start, and I don't want any one of you to be clueless, to have no aim, no direction, but I want you to use the right guidance and the right resources for the JEE Advanced. And we'll be starting JEE Advanced preparation on the channel too. Yes. So how was the question paper, says SM Rockers? The initial reaction is, it is just like the January attempt. Okay. There is no sudden change. There is no, like crazy difference that I have found in the first 5 questions of each subject that we have got. So starting off with the first question, guys, and here it is. Okay. See if this question was there, especially if you are there in the first shift, and for all the next shift students, if there are 5 identical convex lenses, they are kept in combination of lenses is a very, very high weightage chapter, and they have actually given this question. We have solved even much more difficult questions where mirrors were combined with lenses, but how to solve this question is 5 lenses are there, the total power is 25 diopters. Powers is the one which always gets added, remember that? So P1 plus P1 plus P1, like that, 5 times of P1 will be basically 25, which is basically your net power. So each power will be nothing but how much? 5 diopters will be nothing but 5 diopters, but power is nothing but 1 by focal length, 1 by focal length. So the focal length will be 1 by 5, my dear warriors, but this will be in meters. So convert it into centimeters. 100 divided by 5. Isn't it going to be 20, my dear warriors? So is the answer B? How many of you wrote B? Wow, very good, Aditya, Shreya, excellent, Kishore, Laku, very good, Kanan, Sai Harini, BU, Sanjay, Anoki. Yes, that was the question which was asked. So expect combination of lenses based question if you are in the second shift or going to write the exam tomorrow or even after that. So expect this pattern of questions. So combination of lenses, please do it. Okay. Cutting off lens might also come. Sometimes what they do is basically same concept, but they reverse it. So you might get a question on cutting off lens. So remember, when a lens is cut, the power becomes half, but the focal length becomes double. Focal length becomes double, power becomes half when you cut a lens equally. Okay, right. Very good. So moving on to the next question. Electron is revolving around a long charged wire, I believe. The graph which shows the relation between energy of the electron and the distance from the wire. This is a question based on electrostatics and little bit of circular motion, my dear students. So what you need to understand is when you have a long wire, which is basically charged, it will generate a field at a distance of r. it will generate an electric field at a distance of r, and that electric field is given by 2k into lambda divided by r. Because of this electric field, what will happen, that electron which is there, it will experience a force like this. Remember, the force is charge into the field, charge into the field, and this force leads to the centripetal acceleration, which is nothing but v square divided by r. So let's use Newton's law and say that the net force acting is mass into acceleration. The net force will be this, so it will be E into 2k lambda divided by r. 2k lambda divided by r is equal to mass into acceleration towards the center, which is v square by r. Notice how r got cancelled, and what did I get? I get v square as 2 into E into k into lambda divided by m. So this velocity is independent of r. So if it is independent of r, even kinetic energy, which is half m v square, will be independent of r. So if it has to be independent of r, what should the answer be? It should be a constant, right? It should be a constant. Everybody agrees with it? Everybody understood? Many of you have written the wrong answer. Be careful. Many of you said option A and said it is linearly proportional. Maybe the mistake that you did was you thought this was not r, this was r square. Guys, this is not r square, it is r, inversely proportional to r. So what happens when you substitute the force as field into charge, this r here and mv square by r's r get cancelled. So it comes out to be independent. That means it has to be a constant graph. It has to be a constant graph. Many students made a mistake and probably got a negative mark. This tells you you have to be very, very careful. If you miss any power, you might completely lose the marks and in fact get negative marks over there as well. So that is option C. So please note this model of the question. It might get repeated in the next shift. Keep this in mind. Okay. Moving on to the next one on your screen. This was a question on thermal physics. It looks like it is very simple because the change of 40 degrees Celsius is equivalent to how much change in the Fahrenheit scale. Now please remember, the question has a small trick or a small catch here. The catch is this word change. It's not asking you 40 degrees Celsius. 40 degrees Celsius is how many degree Fahrenheit? No, this is not the question. This is not the question. Realize what the question is. A change of 40 degree Celsius in Fahrenheit is how much change? Well, we know that a change of something in degrees Celsius, if you multiply it by 9 by 5, you will get the change in the Fahrenheit. You will get the change in the Fahrenheit. So when you multiply it by 9 by 5 times. So to find out how much is the change in Fahrenheit, just multiply this 40 by 9 divided by 5. 5 goes with 48 times, 9 8s are 72. So 72 degree Fahrenheit is the change. Please understand that. So that is option B. Okay, how many of you misread the question? You would have got negative marks. Please realize the word change. So conversion of scales questions, expect it in the JEE Mains attempt. JEE Mains attempt, expect the conversion of scales. Correct. Moving on, guys. Ready? Very good, very good, very good. Keep it up, my dear students. Excellent. How many of you feel that, sir, I think I will be preparing for JEE Advanced very soon? How many of you feel that, sir, looks like we'll be preparing for JEE Advanced very soon? Raise your hands up and light up the chat box. So those students who are going to prepare for JEE Advanced very soon, things are going to turn up really, really hot on the channel. So stay tuned. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel, and yes, please like the video as well. Subscribe to the channel if you are preparing for JEE Advanced. And if you are thinking, sir, Are you going to forget? What about those students who are not going to write JEE Advanced? Well, there will be sessions for SRM JEE, VIT BIT SAT, CUET, you name it. And of course, EAP SAT. So guys, there are going to be plenty of sessions for EAP SAT, that is for Telangana and Andhra students. Then VIT and SRM JEE, which are again top-notch entrance exams as a backup plan for all the students. And yes, there are many more exams like BIT SAT and CUET which are going to follow, and we will be preparing for that on the channel. So that is the reason why you should hit the subscribe button right now. Yes, cool. Yes, Varshini, AAP MSAT is also coming, correct. What about this? An elongation caused by a load of 3 Newton in a wire is A. When 2 Newton force is applied on the same wire, the elongation is B. What load will be required for elongation of 3A minus 2B? First, let's get a generic formula for elongation. Let's get a generic formula for elongation. See guys, we all know that Young's modulus is stress by strain. Stress is force by area. Strain is x by original length. So therefore, the elongation, which is small x, is given by F and L will remain on the top and A and Y will remain over here. Perfect. Now let's go situation by situation. Let's go situation by situation. 3 Newton, elongation is A. So instead of x, I will put A. Instead of force, I will put 3. So 3L by AY. Next situation. 2 Newton gives elongation of B. So instead of x, I will put B. Instead of the force, I will put 2. And this is divided by AY. Perfect. Now, let's go to the ask. The ask is 3A minus 2B. This is what has been asked. So, when I do 3A minus 2B, what is the exact value that I get? 3 times of A means 3 times of 3L by AY minus 2 times of B, that means 2L divided by AY. 3 3s are 9, 2 2s are 4, 9 minus 4 is 5. So 5L divided by AY, 5L divided by AY. So this is our elongation. Compare this with this. Compare this with this. This is our extension. Okay. F is 5, L is L, A is A, Y is Y. So naturally, this must be the force. This must be the force for this particular elongation. Hence, the answer should be 5. Hence, the answer should be 5, guys. Yes, the answer will be 5. Yes, B for Bombay. 5, very good. So expect questions on elasticity, elongation, solids. Correct. You are going to get questions. So many questions are there. A wire is made double its length. What is the new force needed? A wire has to be stretched by 10%, 20%. What is the energy stored? A wire, 2 wires are stretched by this amount. Areas are in this ratio. Lengths are in this ratio. What is the force ratio? So expect these models of question in the later on shifts, and you will remember me then again. Okay. So next question. A rod of certain length and mass is bent to form a semicircle. Now, a particle of mass m is kept at the center. What is the force experienced by it on the particle? This was a good level question which was asked. Hello Rajesh, good afternoon my dear warriors. Yep. So, this was a good level question which was asked, my dear students. So, let's see how to solve this particular question. First of all, let's imagine a semicircle. Let's imagine a semicircle. The rod of length L and mass m is bent into it. So this is the center and you are placing a small m mass over here. So what you do is, imagine you take a small section over here, a small part of the wire. The mass of it is basically dm. The mass of it is basically dm. That dm might subtend an angle, let's say theta, with the vertical, and the dm itself will subtend a very small angle at the center, and that angle which will be subtended, let's say, is d theta. Let's say it is basically d theta. What is the distance from here to here? That is basically r. That is basically r. We can find out r. That is not an issue because we know the length of it is L. So L is basically pi times of R. So I know the value of R is L divided by pi. Now what you do is basically think this mass will pull this mass, small m, like this. That force will have two components. One component is here, the other component is here. This I will call it Fx, this I will call it as Fy. Is that right? Okay. Now, out of these two components, which component do you think I should prioritize? X component or Y component? Think logically and tell. Think logically and tell. Guys, see, this is the semicircle. Every point will apply a force like this, then apply a force like this, then like this, then like this, then like this, right? Like this, like this. So do you see the resultant of all of them is going to be like this? The net will be like this. That means the x component will cancel out. The resultant of all these forces will be in the y direction. X direction will not matter. So take the component of this. First of all, this force will be G, then into dm into small m divided by this basically r square. You will take the y component. These are small forces, so I'll put d over here because these are small forces. So dFy, which is the forces cos theta component, will be G small m dm divided by r square and into cos theta. So the net force in the y direction, which is integral of dFy, will be the integration of this. Take G small m by r square outside and put dm cos theta inside. You might be wondering, sir, what to do with this integration? How do I even integrate it? No issues. What you can do is convert dm into d theta somehow. How do I do that? Remember, the entire angle of the semicircle is pi radians. So for pi radians, the mass is m. Therefore, for d theta radians, the mass dm will be how much? The mass per angle, which is m by pi, into d theta, m by pi into d theta, understood? The total mass m per radian will be m by pi. This is pi radians, 180 degrees, m by pi, and multiplied by the angle, you will get the small dm mass over there. So just substitute m divided by pi, and then you will have cos theta over here and then d theta over here. That's it. And then integrate this, and do not forget this r is L by pi. This r is nothing but L divided by pi. So then you square that also over here. What will be the limits of this particular integration? See, you go here and you go here. So you go pi by 2 on the right hand side and you go minus pi by 2 on the left hand side. So pi by 2, 0 minus pi by 2. Remember, theta is measured from the vertical direction. Yes. So solving this, I think you will get the correct answer. Okay, I have explained you the technique. I have put the solution also. The answer comes out to be A. In the exam, will you solve this question or not? Yes or no? Quickly, smart ones. No, Pratham, the integration is not from 0 to pi because 0 was vertical. 0 to pi will be like this. So it will be pi by 2, 2 minus pi by 2. You will not solve it. If you are aiming for 95, 98, even I will tell 98.5, even 99, I feel you will not solve it. Only if you are aiming about 98.5, 99, then you will think about it, and then 100% you should probably solve it when you are aiming 99.5 and stuff like that. So save your time for such lengthy questions. So expect, if you are planning for the next shift, remember there will be one question which is going to be at least lengthy. One question which will be difficult in physics. You have to realize that and give up on that question and go to the next one. A mass is dropped from the ground rebounds to a height h by 2 after hitting from the ground for the first time. Find the loss in the energy during the first time it hits the ground and also the speed with which it hits the ground for the second time. Interesting question. Let's draw the diagram to understand what exactly is happening out here. See, my dear students, first time the ball is dropped from a height of h. It hits the ground with obviously some large speed over here, but next time when it rebounds, it goes only till h by 2 and it falls back over here. Something like this. This is h by 2. So the question is, what is the loss of the energy first? What is the loss of the energy? Obviously, here the potential energy it had was mgh. The potential energy it had was mgh. But second time when it goes on the top, the maximum energy that it can get is mgh by 2. So how much is the loss of the energy? It's basically dependent on the height loss. So it will be mgh by 2. mgh by 2. Yes, correct. Got it, my dear warriors? So are there any options with mgh by 2? Yes, definitely mgh by 2 is here. Will you even check for the second option? Obviously not. There is only one option like that. All the other options do not have mgh by 2. Directly you can mark A. But as a safety net, by chance you had to solve it for the second part, then the only thing you have to do is to find the speed with which it will hit the ground for the second time. The speed with which it will hit the ground the second time is also the speed with which it will go up. It is also the speed with which it will come down. So use your normal vertical free fall formula. Vertical free fall formula. That velocity is root of 2 into g into h. H over here is h by 2. So 2 cancels and you will get just gh under the root. Correct. So gh under the root is again there in option A. So it is double confirmation that yes, this was correct. How many of you got it? How many of you got it? Very good guys. Awesome. Option A is correct. And let me also tell you, in the description box there is an amazing things. Students who are appearing for WBJEE 499 test scores, mock tests with solutions and based on the latest pattern. If you are preparing for BITSAT, you again have mock tests and these are again prepared as per the fresh pattern with fresh questions for this year with solutions. Again, the link is there in the description box. The price is just $4.99. Check out the description box. If you are preparing for VIT mock test series are there for all of you. Link is there again in the description box. Same thing for MST CET and same thing for Karnataka CET as well. All the entrance tests covered, guys. The links are there in the description box. So this is a complete test series package that we are giving you for your next exam preparation, right? So these were the few questions which I have got. Now Namrata ma'am will be coming over here and she will be taking up few maths questions, then chemistry, and then again I will be coming back as and when I get more questions. So Namrata ma'am, please come in. Yeah, great. So all the people from shift 1, please let me know if the other questions were also easy too in physics and how was your maths paper. Either also, if you want, Kanan, then I need more comments. I need more comments. See, if you want us to prepare for any exam, then I need those comments. Students are like, sir, what about EMSAT? Oh my God, don't worry. There is a big surprise. It includes so many other things. So that's why I did not put it over here. Okay. So it's there for EMSAT. Basically, EAP SAT is also there. Yep. Cool. Ninja ma'am OP. Yes, very good IITians. Awesome. I think in PowerPoint it is not opening. Achha. Product deactivated. 1 second here. One second. This is the one. Okay, yeah, here we go.
All right, Ninja Warriors, what's up? How was the paper? Okay, so we've got some questions, some memory-based question. We will be solving it, which will be useful for upcoming attempts, right? So we'll be starting right away. First question you can see clearly on your screen. This is from definite integration, right? And the paper, a few questions I've got. So 7 to 9 questions I've got approximately, and I was pretty satisfied. It was not on a tougher side, not on an easier side as well. So we are going to study, yes. We are going to solve the questions slowly, gradually. Okay. All right. So the question says fx is given to us. Can you see the piecewise definition of fx? That is the first thing. And there is an hx. What is hx? Can you see? Hx is nothing but f of mod x plus mod of f of x. Okay. Mod of f of x. F of mod x, right? So this is your mod. Yes. F of mod x and mod of f of x, right? So first of all, we need to figure out hx. Once we are sorted with hx, what we need to do is we need to figure out integration of 0 to k hx, right? So this question seems to be a little bit on lengthier side or on difficult side. First, we have to calculate hx, which is, by the way, f of mod x plus mod of f of x. That is first step. And once we are done, we need to integrate as well. And that integration is 0 to k, not even a simple integration, the variable integration, right? But this question looks a little bit lengthier, but it is not. Trust me. So first of all, let's talk about f of mod of f of x, right? Mod of f of x is pretty easy to draw. So we are going to draw the graph of mod of f of x, right? Okay, and also please understand that we have to integrate this function from 0 to k. So we are not worried about the negative value of x, right? So let's draw f of mod of f of x. So for that, I need to draw f of x. Let's draw f of x right here. Okay, what is f of x? Tell me. So this is x minus 2 from 0 to 2. So the moment I put 0 over here, I'm gonna get minus 2. Right? The moment I'm gonna put 2 over here, I'm gonna get a 0. X equals to 2 pe, I'm gonna get a 0. So this is how my 0 to 2 graph of fx will be. And can you see minus 2 to 0? Although we don't want to draw it, but it is minus 2. Okay. So this is your f of x. How will you draw mod of f of x? Tell me, how do you draw mod of f of x? Just take mirror image about x-axis above the x-axis. Okay. All right. So mod of f of x looks like that. So this is it. So that's how your mod of f of x will be, right? So we have to take mirror image of this about x-axis. So this is mod of f of x, and this is also going to be part of mod of f of x. That is first thing. So this is x equals to 2. This is y is equals to 2. This is 0. This is mod of f of x. Now let me just plot what? F of mod of x. F of mod of x. Now can you see, if my x is positive, this mod x will have no effect. In fact, f of mod of x will become f of x only if my x is positive. So that means if I talk about f of mod of x, it will remain exactly f of x like this. I'm talking about this interval for x positive. So this is gonna be like this, right? So if I draw it like this, yes. Okay, so the graph will be like this. Can you see this is again x equals to 2, y is equals to minus 2. Now we need to find out area of this wala part, 0 to k. So area of 0 to k, f of x, and we have mod, plus we have to figure out the area of this, so 0 to k, f of x dx, right? Because f of mod x will become f of x only. So these two we need to add. Can you see the same area we are going to get positive over here, and same area we are going to get negative over here? So these two are getting cancelled out, because if I talk about this, so what is the area? This would be the area, right? So this area should be, can you see capital A? And what about this? This area would be the same value with a negative A. So A minus A, the answer would be clearly, visually we can see that the answer is 0. We don't have to solve it. Okay, so the question is actually not that difficult. once you get hang of what is happening over here. So you have to spend a few minutes to understand what is happening in this question. Okay, all right. And let us move on to the next problem now. Okay, next problem is from binomial theorem, and you know what, January May we have same question, similar type of question. I am super duper happy with this question. So what they are saying is, this is your binomial expansion and we have to figure out the number of rational numbers or rational terms. Number of rational terms we are looking for. Okay, number of rational terms, very easy, like a 30-second problem if you know how to do that. So first of all, let's figure out general term. So that would be 15 CR, 2 raised to power 1 by 5 raised to power 15 minus R, and 5 raised to power 1 by 3 raised to power R. Okay, all right. So now we are looking for rational terms. For rational terms, these powers should be whole number. Okay, so powers, first power is 15 minus R by 5. Second power is R by 3, right? So both should be what? Belongs to whole numbers, right? So R by 3 belongs to whole number. That means R can be either 0 or 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. These are the value of R possible for this. But at the same time, I want this to be also multiple of 5. So 15 by 5, 3 minus R by 5 should be whole number. That means this R by 5 should be multiple of 5. That means R should be multiple of 5. So only 0 and 15 we will accept. We will reject all these because 3, 6, 9, 12 at these values, this particular power is not a whole number. Okay. So that's why we can say R is equals to 0 and 15. So answer is number of, so two terms are rational terms. By the way, they can, in next shift, they can ask you how many irrational terms are there. So please let me know in the chat box, how many irrational terms will you write? Right? So two terms are rational, total minus 2 will be irrational. So irrational term in case if they ask, so total minus 2. What is total? Who is going to tell me? So 15 is there, n is equals to 15. But number of terms is not 15. It is 15 plus 1, n plus 1, 16. So that's why 16 minus 2, that is 14 irrational terms will be there. So 2 rational, 14 irrational. I hope that this is clear. Okay, I can still see that people are saying 13 because they are in misconception that total number of terms will be 15. Total number of terms are not 15. They are 16, 16 minus 2, 14 will be irrational terms. I hope now it is clear. Okay. All right, now I am happy with this question as well. So this paper, I am liking it, I am loving it. Till now I've got some questions and till now I'm liking it. So this is a question from continuity. Okay, and the way I taught you limits, continuity and differentiability, I have always told you that this is my favorite limit. 1 minus cos x upon x square. Limit x tend to 0. This is my favorite limit. Did I tell you or not? I always tell you multiple times, not even single time, multiple times. Okay. So now fx is given as this and it is given that it is continuous at x equals to 0. We need to figure out alpha square plus beta square. Are you going to solve with me? Yes. So now, okay, f of 0 minus, this will be limit x tend to 0 minus, will be equals to f of 0 and this is f of 0 plus. F of 0 minus will be nothing but limit of x tend to 0 minus 1 minus cos 2x upon x square. So over here, if I talk about this limit, this is x square. But this is 2x. So I need 2x square, which is, so I need one more 4 over here and one more 4 over here so that I can write this as half. So half into 4. So that's why the limit is coming out as 2 is the final limit. Okay, what about f of 0? F of 0 is clearly alpha. That means alpha is coming out as 2 clearly. Okay, what about this now? Again, so this is limit x tend to 0 plus of this quantity, that is beta. Okay, who is going to tell me? Square root 1 minus cos x. Square root 1 minus cos x is nothing but mod of root 2 sine x by 2. Right? Yes. 1 minus cos 2 theta is what? 2 sin square theta. So 1 minus cos x is what? 2 sin square x by 2, but we have a root, so root 2 sin x by 2, and over here we are having x, but we are having x greater than 0. For x greater than 0, we don't want this mod, so we can clearly remove this mod. Okay, so this is x by 2. I will need x by 2 over here, so 2x by 2. So now this sin x by 2 upon x by 2 will be 1. So this is going to be beta root 2 by 2, and this value will be equal to 2, right? So beta will be 4 by root 2 is your beta. Now what we need to figure out is alpha square plus beta square. So alpha square plus beta square is 2 ka square 4, and this is 16 by 2. So 16 by 2 is 8. So this is 12. Let me see answer in the chat box. Oh, super duper happy. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely right. You guys are killing it, nailing it. And now from probability, we have a question from Bayes theorem. Very absolutely basic question from Bayes theorem. And it says urn A, B and C. So there are 3 urns. A is having 5 red and 7 black balls. B is having 5 red and 6 black balls. And finally C is having 6 red and 6 black. Okay, 6 red. Oops, sorry, I have written incorrectly. Kya? 5, 7, 7, 5. Oops, oops, oops. 5, 7. Then we have 7 red and 5 black. And last we have 6 red and 6 black. Okay. So these are the 3 urns given to us respectively, A, B and C. Now a ball is drawn at random and found to be black. Sorry, this is black. A ball is drawn at random and it is found to be black. Black. Please correct. This is black. So a ball is drawn at random and it is found to be black. The probability that it is drawn from A. So what we need to figure out is probability. We need to figure out probability of ball being black given that it is from bag A. Probability of drawing a black ball given that it is from bag A. Okay, this is what we need to figure out. A language is little bit memory based, so that's why the overall idea of this question is probability of getting a black ball given that it is from A. Okay, so now let us calculate the final probability. Okay, so probability of getting a black ball from all the ways, all the methods. Probability of getting a black ball from all the methods. So getting a black ball from A. So the answer would be 1 by 3 and it would be 7 by 12, right? From A plus 1 by 3 and we are going to get 5 by 12. Okay, plus 1 by 3, I'm gonna get 6 by 12. Okay, and over here we are going to write just the probability of black ball getting it from A. So that would be 7 by 12. Now 1 by 3 beautifully is getting cancelled out, and also 12 is also getting cancelled out. So we are left with 7 upon 7 plus 5 plus 12. So that is going to be 17 plus. So this is it correct? 7, 5 by, okay. So this is 7, 5 and 1. 1, why 1? Why 1? Why this is 1? Oh, correct, yeah. So this is 7 plus 5, which is 17. 17 plus 7 is what? 17 plus 7 is, okay, 24. Okay. 7 black and 5 red, okay. So B will have 7 by 12. B is having 7 by 12. Okay. B is also 7 by 12. Okay, anyway. So please, so 7, 7, 14. 14 plus 6 is going to be 20 then. So this is going to be 20. Okay. Accordingly, we have to okay. So I guess there is some confusion in this question. Okay, please let's leave it. You know how to do it. Okay, you got the idea. Number of black balls, they can change. So I'm gonna skip this question for now. And now we are having a question from quadratic equation, right? From quadratic equation, I am also happy with this question. Very beautiful, very easy question, right? So this is your question: ax square plus bx plus 1 is equals to 0 have roots 2 and 6. 2 and 6 are the roots. What is sum of roots? So sum of roots is minus b by a, and this is 2 plus 6. So minus b by a is what? 2 plus 6 is 8. What about product of root 1 by a? So 1 by a is equals to 2 into 6. So this implies a is equals to 1 by 12. The moment I put value of a over here, we will get b. b is equals to minus 8 into a. So b, 4 to the minus 2 by 3 is your b, and this is your a. Find the quadratic whose roots are this and this. You just have to plug in the value. You just have to extract a and b to get the final answer. Okay, right? So roots. So let's calculate roots now. So first root is 1 upon 6. A is 1 by 12 plus b. So this is minus 2 by 3. So this is your first root, comma. What about second root? 1 upon 2, 1 by 12 minus 2 by 3. Okay, all right. So this is your 4 by 4, and this is also your 4 by 4. So 4 by 4 I have multiplied because I want to keep it 12. So this is 12 upon 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8 is minus 2. This is your first root, and this is again 12 upon 2 minus 8 is minus 6. Can you see minus 6 and minus 2 are the two roots of the equation? So equation will be x plus 6, x plus 2 is equals to 0. So x square plus 8x plus 12 is equals to 0. This is your equation. Done, 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 done. Easy question. Yes. All right. I hope that you've got this. I hope that you've understood this. Okay. All right. Shall we move on to the next problem? Shall we move on to the next problem? Yes. So we have a question over here. Let me just complete this question. Okay. Because this question is incomplete right now. Yes. Okay. Yes. So this is your fx is given. Can you see 2x square minus 3x plus 8 upon 2x square plus 3x plus 8. This is your fx. What they are saying is f max upon f min is m upon n, right? Where GCD of m comma n is 1. That means there is no common term between m and n. If it is getting cancelled out, keep on cancelling out. But you can't keep it common between m and n. And what they are talking about is find the value of m plus n. Okay. So one way of doing this question is, let us take it as y, cross multiply, make a quadratic equation in x, and discriminant should be greater than or equal to 0. So that will give you a quadratic inequality in y. Rational function, how do we calculate range? The general method. Take it y, cross multiply, make a quadratic in as discriminant greater than or equals to 0, then y have an inequality, solve it using method of interval. I'm not going to use that, okay, because I'm going to use a shortcut in this question, because can you see terms are similar over here? Somewhat the terms are similar. You can obviously do that method as well. So over here, I'll be doing y is equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 8. Minus 6x. So basically this minus 3x will be nothing but 3 minus 6. I can write it, and I will distribute the denominator like this. Please understand this method, very effective method. This is a shortcut method. Okay, this will save your time. Now can you see these two are getting cancelled? So this is 1 minus 6x upon 2x square plus 3x plus 8. Is that correct now? And now this x, I will be taking this x into the denominator, right? So this will become 1 minus 6 upon. If this x goes over here, this will become 2x. This will become plus 3. And this will become 8 by x, right? And we are looking for maximum and minimum value of this expression. Let's focus on this expression. So maximum and minimum value of this expression can be figured out by AM and GM. So 2x plus 8 by x greater than or equal to, this is two terms ka arithmetic mean greater than or equal to, so this is square root of 16. So 2x plus 8 by x. Can you see greater than or equal to? So this is 4 to the 8. Greater than or equal to 4 to the 8. So the minimum value of this expression is 8. So 8 plus 3 is what? 11. So this is going to be 1 minus 6 upon 11. So 11 minus 6 will be 5 by 11. That is going to be minimum value. That is your minimum value. Okay. To get the maximum value, what you need to do is you need to plug in this as minus 8, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is this is going to be minimum and maximum, and these two quantities become equal. So 2x is equals to 8 by x. Concept of arithmetic mean and geometric mean. The value of two terms, sum of two terms becomes minimum or maximum when the terms are equal. So basically terms are equal. Let us equate this term. So this is going to be x is equals to plus minus 2. So the moment you put x equals to 2 over here, what do you get? 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 4, 8. That's what we put over here. And if you put minus 2 over here, what do you get? So minus 4 upon minus 4. So this is going to be minus 8. So 1 plus 1 minus 6 upon minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5. So 1 plus 6 by 5, that is going to give you 11 by 5. So this is your maximum value. So maximum is 11 by 5. By putting x equals to minus 2, I'm going to get maximum. X equals to plus 2, I'm going to get minimum. So this is what? 5 by 11. Now can you see 121 by 25? Right? There is another method if you're not liking it. Cross multiply, discriminant greater than or equals to 0, you will get a quadratic. Same. So 121 by 25, can you see m plus n value will be 121 plus 25. So this 146 is the correct answer. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. 146 is the correct answer. Okay, this is one way of doing it. There is another way as well. We'll discuss the another way some other day as well. Okay, all right. And now we have another question. Yes, I have done this question at least thrice in past week. Past week we have done some sub sessions like sure shot session, predictor session, most expected session, most repeated session. So I have taken at least thrice this type of some method of differentiation, and I have told you that if I were the NTA from method of differentiation, if I have to give any question, I will give you this. So let's solve it now. So f of x is x raised to power 5 plus 2 e raised to power x by 4. And this is 8 g dash 2 is what we need to figure out. Also, they are giving g of f of x is equals to x. What does that mean? I have already told you. If g of x is equals to x, that means f and g are inverse of each other. That simply means f of g of x is also x, right? So what we can do is we can just pick any of these two functions and start differentiating f dash g of x. Right, f dash, I am differentiating this, f dash g of x, chain rule, g dash x is equals to 1. Remember, whenever you say this, see this na, g of x is equals to x. It is not written nicely because some formatting error, but it is g of x is equals to x is given to us. That means g and f are inverse of each other. G and f are inverse of each other, right? So this is your function. Now you are looking for what? G dash 2 you are looking for, right? So put x equals to 2 over here. The moment you put x equals to 2, f dash g of 2 and g dash 2 is equals to 1. So we are looking for this. First of all, g of 2. I can't see, ma'am, no g function is not given to us. How do you calculate? By the very fact that f and g are inverse of each other, my dear students, right? So g of 2 is what we need to figure out. Just tell me, if I put x equals to 0, what do you get? F of 0 is nothing but 2. This implies g of 2 will be equals to 0. Why? Because f and g are inverse of each other. That's what we do. X and y interchange. So g of 2 is 0. So over here I can clearly put the value 0. So f dash 0 and g dash 2 is equals to 1. Now f dash 0, who is going to tell me? So it is very easy. You just have to differentiate this. F dash x is equals to 4x raised to power 4 plus 2 e raised to power x by 4 and 1 by 4. Can you see 2 2s are 4? So now f dash 0, the moment you put 0, this is gone. This is e raised to power 0, which is 1, 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is the value. 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2. So g dash 2 is coming out as what? 2. If g dash 2 is 2, so 8 multiply 2, that is 16 is the correct answer. 16 is the correct answer of this question. Right? I can see answers before than me, and I'm super duper happy if you solve it before me. Okay? All right. Yes. Now we have another question from complex numbers. Okay? Again, this is not a very difficult question. A basic thing is given to us, which is mod z square plus mod, z bar square plus mod z is equals to 0. This is your equation. And they are saying sum of non-zero solutions. Non-zero means that x equals to 0 and y is equals to 0 is not acceptable. Okay. So sum of non-zero solution is alpha and product is beta. So this statement, we will understand this. First, let us just decode this equation. Let's decode. So what is z bar? X minus iota y whole square. What is mod z? Square root x square plus y square is equals to 0. Let's open this. X square minus y square plus, this is your real part, and minus 2xi iota, this is your imaginary part. 2xy is imaginary, this is real. If any complex number becomes 0, that means real part is 0, and at the same time, this 2xy is 0. So this is actually very easy to start with. 2xy 0, that means there are two cases. Case number 1, x equals to 0. When your x becomes 0, this is 0, this is 0. So you have got minus y square plus modulus y is equals to 0. What does that mean? This simply means that your y square is nothing but plus minus y. That simply means that y is equals to 0. Okay. And y is equals to 0 and y is equals to plus minus 1. 3 values of y are coming for x equals to 0. Can you see? When my x is 0, y cannot be 0. So that means when my x is 0, y is what? Plus minus 1. So this is my first complex number. Right? And now, first case, when my y is equals to 0, then what will happen? From here, we have got two cases, right? First case is x0, second case is y0. When my y is 0, this is going to be x square plus square root x square is equals to 0, and this is not possible. This is only possible when my x is 0, and which is, in the beginning I have told you, both same time cannot be 0. So only I am getting this. So my z is what? 0 plus iota, and z is what? 0 minus iota. This is my two complex numbers or two solutions I am gonna get. Sum of non-zero solution is alpha. Now sum of solutions is what we are looking for. So z1 plus z2 is my alpha. So can you see alpha is coming out as 0? Alpha is 0. And product of these two, z1, z2. What is z1, z2? Iota into minus iota. So that is going to be minus iota square. So plus 1. So this is your beta. Beta is what? 1. So 4 times 0 ka square plus 1 ka square is 4. Okay, understanding of this particular statement requires a proper clarity. So sometimes you have discovered this, but that you are not able to understand sum of what? Sum of roots, product of roots. So sum of roots, sometimes you can get confused with the values of x and y. No. Sum of roots means z1 plus z2. Because the equation is given in terms of z. So we'll talk about z1 plus z2. Product of root is z1 into z2. I hope that this is clear. Okay. All right. And now I would like to tell you about this JEE Advanced Accelerator book. So some of you might feel that, okay, ma'am, we are absolutely good in our studies and we have given both the attempts nicely, and we want JEE Advanced Preparation. So this book is the must-buy book. Link is given in the description box. Chemistry, physics, mathematics, all 3 books. And this is on-demand book, so sometimes it becomes out of stock as well. So you just have to grab if it is in stock right away if you're serious about JEE Advanced Preparation. And there are some students who talk about WBJEE test series. So the test series prices have been reduced, and you just can go ahead and click the link in the description box. You can go ahead and buy the test series in 499 rupees. These are the some of the features of the WBJEE test series. Then we are having BITSAT test series as well, because you know BITSAT is around the corner. After JEE Main, you've got a lot of things to do. Okay, so yes, that price has also been reduced. And you know what, especially in BITSAT test series is something which is must needed. Okay, so this, if you're serious about BITSAT, then you should buy. You can't just let go of it. You have to buy it so that you can practice the tests a lot, because BITSAT is all about giving mock test and it is all about speed and accuracy. Okay, and then some of you might be serious about VITEEE, we call it VITI. Okay, so VITI test series is again in 499. Again, VITI exam is also, VITI is one of the premium institute, so you can just go ahead and click the link which is given in the description box. And MHT CET test series is also there, along with KCET test series is also there. So yes, and finally the combined test series, you can clearly see for each test series we have a combined thing. So over here, you can just go ahead and buy it. Eagerly waiting for chemistry. So let me just call your 2 favorite teachers, Nabamita ma'am and Durgesh ma'am. Okay, all right, yes, okay.
Hello students. So now we're going to discuss our chemistry paper. How was the chemistry exam? Was the paper easy, difficult? Let us know in the chat box. Yes. Let me know in the chat box, how was your chemistry exam?
Where is it? Chat?
This. Can you refresh it? Probably later. Okay. Let me know, how was the exam? Was it easy, difficult? Somebody is asking, why is it not 0, please?
Why is it not 0?
Probably they're asking from the maths paper.
Okay.
Medium, good. Okay, I've received several responses. Medium, good. I think the majority of the response that we're getting is that the paper was easy. On the easier end, like not that difficult, right? I took a poll and many of the students were saying it was on the easy part. Some of them are saying that it was in the mixed part. The chemistry we're talking about here.
Amazing. That's good to know that it was easy. And I guess there are questions that we had also predicted, some of them, isn't it? And even in the last days, whatever we have done, they have come. Some of the questions have come, isn't it? Amazing. I can see that Vijay is saying easy, Avi is saying easy, Rohit is saying easy. No, Rohit, I don't know what you're saying. Hello. Okay. All right. So shall we start solving the chemistry paper? Let us solve it. But before we solve, everybody, we have something to tell you that we have launched JEE Advanced Rank Accelerator books, everybody. Now, all the students who have just appeared for JEE Mains, and if you can, keep adding +4 marks as and when we are solving the questions, and you know that you have also, you have also ticked on that correct answer. And you will obviously be getting to know your percentile. Once you get to know your percentile, that means you also have to prepare for JEE Advanced. So these are some of the most amazing books that we have done. I mean, not like I have prepared it, but we have the in-house, the topper pod, where, the 1,500 students who cleared JEE Advanced last year. So those teachers, they have set together and they have made this book. It is one of the most amazing book that you will find in the market. Also,
many questions are actually repeated. Like if even if you see the previous year trends, like how this book is curated, so many questions are repeated, so many types of questions are repeated.
Absolutely.
So this is like a go-to book, should be the go-to book.
Also,
for JEE Advanced.
it basically tells you that you don't have to buy 10-15 reference book for each and every chapter. You can just buy this and solve all the question paper. Plus, I think it has 4 stages of question paper. Like there is a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So, and though they are curated from, many such books, such as for chemistry, for physical chemistry, we follow a book called 𝑛 right? Whenever the teachers are teaching you, we usually follow that book. So, those kind of questions are there. So you can go and buy it. You can either buy it from Amazon, or we also have Vedantu stores. So yes, you can do that. Plus, we also have many of the other exams, those students who are asking us about BITSAT, VIT, So we have the test series that you can get it just for 500 rupees, everyone. And now let us start with the first question, which will be taken by Durgesh ma'am.
Okay, so this question is again from your Biomolecules chapter, right? Which of the following is the, can you give me the remote? Yeah. So which of the following is the correct structure for L-glucose, right? This was the question. And many of you, I know, would have done the mistake of just reversing the OH at the last carbon, right? Who all did that mistake? This is how we draw the glucose structure, right? At the top is your aldehyde molecule, right? And what is the L species? The L species is when the OH on the second last carbon, like after the CH2OH, comes on the left hand side, right? So if the OH is on the left hand side, then it is your L species. Okay? Now let us, okay? Now let us look over here. So if you just reverse this species and didn't reverse the other order of the D-glucose, then your answer is wrong, bacha. If this is the D-glucose in which on the second carbon the OH is on the right side, third it on the left side, then right, okay? And then you have to reverse all the orders of the OH, then only you will get the correct L-glucose. So what is happening? Every order is reversed. That's why you get a full-on mirror image, right? So this is the correct structure of L-glucose. You just didn't have to reverse the second last order. You have to reverse all the chiral carbons over here. Understood? Okay? So the correct answer is this one. Next question.
Yes. Next question will be taken by me. Okay. So this question was, which of the following have the maximum dipole moment? And you are given certain compounds. The compounds are NH3, NF3, PF5 and CH4. Now, the moment you look at this, look at this, okay? Look at CH4 and look at PF5. You know that CH4 has a tetrahedral structure which is quite symmetrical. Okay, this is quite symmetrical. So what happens is the net dipole moment here becomes 0, and same is the case for PF5. But look at NF3, everybody. We all know that N will have a lone pair here. These are the F, F and F. Now tell me something, that fluorine, out of fluorine and nitrogen, we know that fluorine does have more electronegativity, which is why what happens is somehow, you know, this gets cancelled, everybody. This becomes the dipole moment. Hence here also you will not be getting the maximum dipole. There will be some to some extent, but if you look at NH3, okay, if you look at NH3, then what happens here is nitrogen is more electronegative. So here, if you look at it, if you look at the structure, everybody, here what is happening is, see, I have changed the direction of the arrow, guys. I have changed the direction of the arrow, and this is how this will have the maximum dipole moment. So your correct answer is NH3. Is this what you have all given? Yes. So +4 how much? +8. Yes. Are we getting +8? Okay. Moving on to the next question here is, which shows one oxidation state other than its elemental state? Like, oh my God, this was an absolutely easy peasy biryani tasty question, wasn't it? We all know that it has to be scandium, because scandium can only show one oxidation state, and that is your +3 oxidation state. After scandium, from titanium, vanadium to copper, all the other 3D series elements, they can show variable oxidation state, which becomes highest for manganese +7. Other than that, scandium and zinc are the only two elements that can show you +2 and +3. Right, everybody? Yes. Is this clear? Is this clear, everybody? So are we getting another? Are we getting another +4? Are we getting another +4? Yes. So what is it? +4 +4 +12, right? I'm very weak at mathematics, so you guys can tell me that. So here is the correct answer. Okay. Next, number of complexes from the following with even number of unpaired d electrons is. Okay, so let us try and calculate it for vanadium H2O6. Okay, first let us calculate the oxidation number. So x plus 6 into 0. 6 into 0 is 0. That means that x is directly going to be equal to +3. Right? Now, vanadium. What is vanadium's atomic number, guys? It is scandium, titanium, then vanadium. 23 is the atomic number. That means that it will be 3d3 4s2. Now, if you look at vanadium, it is in +3 oxidation state. So 2 electrons from here, 1 electron from here. It will be 3d2. Yes, this has even number of unpaired d electrons. Am I right? Absolutely. Now, if we look at FeH2O6, then what is FeH2O6? Fe is also in +3 oxidation state. Atomic number of Fe is 26. That means it is 3d6 and 4s2. And here Fe is in +3 oxidation state. So 2 from here, 1 from here, it will be 3d5, guys. 3d5 does not seem like an odd, it seems like an odd electron. It is not even number of electron. Let us take a look at Ni, nickel. What is nickel's atomic number, guys? Nickel's atomic number is 28. If it is 28, that means it is 3d8, 4s2. 3 plus nickel is once again in +3 oxidation state, because 6 into 0 will be 0. So 2 from here gone, 1 from here, 3d7. If it is 3d7, then how do we draw it? We will have to draw it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 3 unpaired electrons. It's still odd. Yes, Cu H2O6. This has been repeated. Acha, H2O6 2 plus. Okay. For Cu, once again, it will be, copper will be in +2 oxidation state. What is copper's atomic number? 29. 29, that means it is 3D. Is it both of them are copper or what? Seems like there is a mistake. Guys, is this question correct? Is this question correct? For 1 second. No, there is Cr also. I think there is Cr as well, isn't it? Somewhere there is Cr. Yes, it has to be Cr. Chalo. So Cu in +2. Copper has an atomic number of 29. If it is 29, that means it is 3d10. 3d10, 4s1. Yes, 4s1. So if 2 electrons goes away, 1 from here, 1 from here, it will be 3d9. 3d9, that means 1 unpaired electron. So this is also not possible. Last, let's come to chromium. Okay? Chromium has an atomic number of 24. That means it is 3d5, 4s1. If it is in +2, chromium is in +2. That means it will be 3d4. So this has even number of electrons and this has even number of electrons. The answer is option 2. I'm hoping that this is also correct. Yes, this is also correct for you all. So we are getting 16 marks. Wow, in chemistry we are getting 16 marks. Okay. Next is, oh, I'm going back. Okay, here, yes. Central atom is involved in sp3 hybridization. All right, guys, let us calculate it, everyone. For NO3 minus, can you all calculate what is it going to be for NO3 minus? NO3 minus BCl3. What is there? ClO2 minus, and you have, I am guessing it should be ClO3 minus, not ClO2 minus. Okay. For NO3 minus, if we calculate the hybridization, you can calculate it. It will be 5 plus 3 plus 1, 8 by 2. No. 1 second, guys. This should be sp2. This should also be sp2 hybridization. There is a mistake, is that? Somewhere. For NO3 minus, it will be how much? Acha, oh, monovalent electrons we need. So it will be 5. This is not monovalent. This will be divalent. So this will be 0 plus 1 here divided by 2. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 divided by 2 will be 3. If it is 3, then the hybridization is going to be sp2 hybridization. For BCl3, it is going to be 3 plus 3 divided by 2. 3 plus 3 divided by 2, this will be again 6 by 2, that means 3. So this will also be sp2 hybridization. Now if you look at chlorine, chlorine has how many valence electrons, guys? There will be 7 plus, this is again divalent, so 0 plus 1, yes, divided by 2. See, 1 electron, 1 negative charge, so 1 I am adding, not 1 electron, 1 negative charge. 8 by 2. 8 by 2 is equal to 4. That means that this will have sp3 hybridization. Similarly, here also we will have 7 plus 0 plus 1 divided by 2. This will also be 8 by 2, which is equal to 4. That means this will also be sp3 hybridization. So ClO2 minus and ClO3 minus, these are the ones that will have sp3 hybridization. Is this also 2, guys? The answer is 2 here. Yes. So, okay. All right then. Then we have 20 marks in chemistry, everybody, that we have achieved. Okay. Now over to Durgesh Nandini ma'am. She will take care of this question.
Thank you. So again, this was from your organic chapter, right? Which chapter is this? This is your aldehydes and ketone chapter. Statement 1 given. Acidity of alpha hydrogen is the reason for the aldol reaction. Is this statement correct? Okay, let me know in the chat box. So what is happening? Acidity of alpha hydrogen. What is alpha hydrogen? Once again, I have drawn, for example, a ketone molecule over here, right? For example, let us start with the aldehyde molecule. The alpha hydrogen is that hydrogen which is present on the carbon right next to the carbonyl group, right? The hydrogens present over here will be known as the alpha hydrogens, right? And the acidity of alpha hydrogen is the reason. What is meant by acidity? Once again, which easily gives away the H plus ion, right? Why would it easily give away the H plus ion? Because what happens in your aldol reaction? We do the reaction in presence of a base like NaOH. What is the property of base? That it gives away OH negative species. And what is the property of a base? I always tell you that it abstracts the acidic H plus over here. Why is it able to do that? Because COH here, the negative charge formed after losing the hydrogen is very, very stable due to the resonance, right? So aldol reactions actually are possible due to the acidic nature of the alpha hydrogens. This is a very, very true statement, right? Because we need to form this anion, right? Next statement true. The benzaldehyde and ethanol won't give the cross aldol product. Let us try to solve this question. So what is given over here? Benzaldehyde, 1 second. Yes, benzaldehyde and ethanol. What is benzaldehyde? Benzaldehyde looks like this. C double bond O, here is the H. Now tell me, does this benzaldehyde have any alpha hydrogen? So the alpha carbon for this is this one, right? And this alpha carbon has no alpha hydrogen, isn't it? And you're trying to react it with ethanol. Ethanol looks like this, CH3, C double bond OH. Now this ethanol has alpha hydrogen over here. So this can definitely react because in the presence of a base like NaOH, what can happen? This can abstract this alpha hydrogen, and now this negative charge that will be formed over here will now attack this positively charged carbon, isn't it? Because this is getting a delta positive charge because the oxygen is more delta negative. So the below statement is false because this will definitely show your aldol reaction because your acetaldehyde has the alpha hydrogens to it. Okay, understood? So statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false. Okay, next.
Okay. All right, guys. The next question is the EMF of hydrogen electrode at 25 degrees Celsius is 0 in pure water. Then pressure of H2 in bar. Wow. I mean, this question. Okay. So what do we have to do, guys? Simple, simple. Remember that physical formula sheet that we had given to you. This is exactly that, guys. What do we have to do? E is equal to E naught minus 0.059 divided by 1 second. 1 second here. Okay. What do we have to do, guys? 0.059 divided by 2 here, and then we have to use log of H2 divided by H plus to the power 2. Isn't it? Yes, this is how we are going to solve it. Is this how we are going to solve it? Great. Okay. Now what do we have to do? This will be 0. This will also be 0 minus 0.059 divided by 2. It will be pressure of H2 in bar. This will be pressure of H2 in bar. This is 0. EMF of hydrogen electrode at 25 degrees Celsius. This is given 0 in pure water. Then pressure of H2 in bar. What else do we have to do here? Log of pressure of H2. So it will be log pressure of H2 divided by H plus. So this will be 10 to the power minus 7 to the power 2. Okay. All right. Now all we have to do is calculate minus 0.059 divided by 2 log of pH2. Log of pH2 10 to the power minus 7. This will be 10 to the power minus 14, isn't it? I'm coming this side, everybody. Yes, after this, what do we have to do? We just have to calculate. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. So it will be log pH2 divided by 10 to the power minus 14 is equal to, oh my God, this is equal to 0. And what do we have to calculate? EMF of hydrogen electrode in pure water, then pressure. Okay. Then pressure, so it will be pH2 is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. I think option A is your correct answer. Option A is your correct answer. It should be 10 to the power minus 14. Is that correct? Is that correct, everybody? Yes. Okay. Moving on from here. Okay, next question is once again yours, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is once again the kind of question that I keep teaching you about, right? I was so focusing on how to calculate the basicity order, which one will be more basic, which one will be the most acidic hydrogen, right? So once again, can you see, because these questions are very common. They are every year asked in every shift. So please concentrate on this kind of question, how to approach it. It is a very simple, easy peasy question. So among the following, decreasing order of basic strength will be. How will you determine the basic strength? So basic strength is what? Once again, the ability to donate electrons, right? That will determine the basicity. More it can donate the electrons, more basic will be the compound, right? So, for example, oxygen over here. What kind of atom is oxygen? It is more electronegative atom, and hence it will not very easily give away electrons. You have to keep that in mind. OH minus here. What is happening to OH? OH is, oxygen is very electronegative, will keep the electrons to itself, hence it will not donate, hence it is a poor base. as compared to the hydrogen over here. Hydrogen is less electronegative than your oxygen. Hence, the strongest base that I can see over here is actually H minus ion, if you just look at all of these things. Now you have to compare between OH minus and OR minus, right? Between these, which is a stronger base? Once again, the R over here shows the plus I effect, isn't it? R is increasing the electron density on the oxygen, making it more electron rich. Hence, it can easily donate the electrons. So then will come your OR minus, will be the more basic compound. Then will come your OH minus. At the end, your carbonyl compounds will be there. Why? Because in carbonyl, what is happening? I'm drawing it here. For example, if I'm drawing HCOO minus, what is happening in carbonyl over here? This is formic acid's anion, right? What is happening? The resonance is happening. Due to the resonance, these electrons are participating in resonance, and hence these are less available to donate, isn't it? Less available to donate, right? Right? And similarly, in your CH3COO minus, CH3COO minus, again, what is happening? The resonance will be there in this thing, but CH3 is a plus I group, which means it is increasing electron density. Hence, the basicity of this will be more than the above ion. So, acetate ion will be more basic. Similarly, after that will come your acetate ion based on this concept, and your formate ion will be the last. HCOO minus will be the least basic ion. Understood? So, the correct answer is your second will be the highest, then your fifth, then your first, then your fourth, then your third. So the B is the correct answer, right? Understood this thing, everybody? Okay, you must remember what concept we are using, because same question will not be repeated, but similar type would be repeated. Understood this, everybody? Okay, moving on.
Again, next is mine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, guys, I am not very sure if this is your physics question or this is your chemistry question. However, I think Shreyas sir will also be doing it and I will also be doing it. No worries about that. But chalo, let's check it out. Okay, so what do we have? We are given with the following graph between pressure. This is pressure, this is T, and here the curves that you see or the straight lines that you see, this is rho 1, rho 2 and rho 3, everybody. Okay, so first of all, we will be using our ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. But this is not going to suffice because we also need the density term somewhere. So we can write it as PV is equal to nRT divided by V, or we can write it as M capital divided by capital M here. Then we can write it as we can write it as here it will be V, there will be T here, and somewhere we have to use R here. And this particular term, my dear student, this can be your rho, isn't it? Yes, so it will be rho RT divided by M, and this is pressure. So that means this is in y-axis, everybody. This is in y-axis. T right here is in x-axis. We can see that pressure is proportional to rho here, and we can clearly see that this is basically your slope, isn't it? This is your slope, everybody. So we can clearly write here that P1 is greater than, sorry, not P1, rho 1 is greater than rho 2 and then rho 3. So I think option A is your correct answer. Yes, very good, Anup. Very good, everybody. Alrighty, moving on to the next question. The next question is, which of the following is the correct order of first ionization in enthalpy? The options that you are given, let's not read the option, but the elements that are given to you is beryllium, boron, oxygen, fluorine and nitrogen. Now, fluorine has to have the highest one because fluorine has an electronic configuration of 2s2, 2p5. Rather than giving away one electron, it would want to take 1 electron extra. So 2p5, this has to be the highest. Yes. After that, nitrogen will be the one because nitrogen will have a half-filled stability 2s2, 2p3, right? Then we will have oxygen because oxygen has an electronic configuration of 2s2, 2p4. All right. Yes. Okay. Beryllium will also have a stable electronic configuration that is 2s2, isn't it? 1s2, 2s2. It has, okay. It has 1s2, 2s2, everybody. So that is fully filled s orbital. Fully filled s orbital, hence this will also be highest. And then we come to boron. Boron has 2s2, 2p1. So FNOBEB. That means option B is your correct answer. Is that right, everybody? Oh my God. What is this? We got a 400 rupees. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. You just made our day. I really hope that you did an amazing job there. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Moving on to the next question here. Okay, this is yours. Durgesh ma'am, this is yours. Right here.
Okay, so let us do once again the isomer question. Very easy isomer based question, right? The number of different chain isomers of your C7H16. First of all, recognize this molecule. What molecule is this? C7H16. This is a alkane because it is following CnH2n plus 2 rule, right? This is an alkane, which means this is a heptane molecule. So how many isomers can heptane have? How can you calculate? You can only calculate by drawing the structures. There is no shortcut to it, right? So first isomer of heptane, I'm going to draw them here one by one. First is the normal chain heptane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This is the normal heptane, first isomer. Second is, I'll just decrease the parent chain by one atom, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, and the next methyl group I can attach on this carbon. This is the second isomer. Let us draw another isomer with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 atoms, and the other methyl group I can attach over here, isn't it? So this is the possibility with the 6 atoms. Now let us draw the possibility with your 5 atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've drawn one extra. Let us rub that off. Let us rub that off. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right? Now what can be the structure? The structure can be one methyl group over here, the other methyl group over here. Right? This is the next possibility, isn't it? Isn't it? Now another isomer. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The other possibility is one methyl group here, the other methyl group over here, right? And the other possibility is again with the 5 number of parent chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other possibility is one methyl group over here, one methyl group over here. Do anyone have any confusion in these 6 kind of isomers? I can draw even more with just the 5 parent chain, right? What else can be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the methyl groups can be attached similarly on just one carbon atom like this, isn't it? This can also be the structure, isn't it, of your methyl group. Now the next is bacha, next is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the next can be what? We have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, next can be, let me rub this. Okay, next can be the 4 atom, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? And the methyl groups are one methyl group over here, the other methyl group over here, right? So how many possibilities can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other last isomer that we can draw will look something like this. Yeah, we didn't draw another one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the 6th chain, right? On the 6th, sorry, only 5 chain will be there. 1 second. Okay. And the last possibility is, which one are we missing? I can't seem to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one are we missing? There are going to be 9 isomers. I can't seem to figure out. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have drawn a 9 only.
I've drawn 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know what I was missing. So there are 9 isomers, right? Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is the pen. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so guys, see, prediction comes true. Told you that there will be a question from hydrogen atom. Yes, and what is the wavelength of hydrogen atom in terms of A naught for n is equal to 4? What is the formula? We know that lambda is equal to n multiplied with 2 pi A naught. That means n is equal to 4. 4 into 2 pi A naught, and that's it. It is 8 pi A naught. How many of you got this answer? Was this the answer, everybody? Yes, was this the answer, guys? I'm hoping that this was the answer. All right, moving on to the next. I think these two are yours, ma'am. The next two are yours.
Yeah. So this is, once again, I told you, I informed you, and I warned you that practical organic chemistry and practical inorganic chemistry are very, very crucial. At least 3 questions you must expect in each shift. Not 3, then 2 questions will be there just from this chapter. So, for example, so this is gaining you 8 marks. Just this chapter, it's not even that difficult, right? So the question is, which of the following nitrogen containing compounds do not give lasagna test? Who all did it correct? Who all answered it correctly in the exam hall? I'm getting very A answers. Very, very good. So many students have answered hydrazine. Very, very good. So what happens with the lasagna test? Lasagna test, for any compound to give lasagna test, there is a condition that there should be the presence of at least carbon atom should be there. If the carbon atom is not there, they will not show lasagna test, right? And here, can you see the other atom that you are using is nitrogen. Hydrazine, what is the structure of hydrazine? It is NH2 molecule. This is hydrazine. Does it have any carbon in it? No. So this is the correct option. The first option itself is correct because there has to be presence of carbon atom. Now let us draw the structure of phenylhydrazine. Phenylhydrazine has carbon atoms because this is the phenyl group, and here is the NH2 group. Similarly, your glycine also has your carbon atoms in it, and similarly urea also has your, glycine is what? Glycine is your amino acid, which is NH2. Here is this, and here is the COOH group. This is the glycine atom, and the urea atom is NH2, C double bond O, NH2, right? So all of these have carbon atoms except your hydrazine. What is the lasagna test? You react any organic molecule with the sodium atom. And what do you get as a product? We know organic molecules are non-polar in nature. All the bonds are covalent bonds. So in order to convert it into a ionic compound, we do the lasagna test, and hence what we get as a result, because this compound, all of these compounds have nitrogens in it, so we will get carbon and nitrogen product, which is a sodium cyanide as a product, which is, for once again, a ionic compound. Now you can do several tests for this ionic compound, but there has to be presence of carbon. So hydrazine will not give the test, while the other ones will give the test, right? Now let us move on to the next question. Next question is once again from your qualitative chapter. See, in the precipitation of the iron group 3 in qualitative analysis, ammonium chloride added before adding ammonium hydroxide 2. Why is the ammonium chloride added before ammonium hydroxide? Now, first of all, let us understand the question. What is happening over here? You're testing for the presence of the iron group, which means you are doing the qualitative. Is the iron present in the group, right? This is the qualitative analysis, right? So iron is present in the group or not. So there are 2 ways to understand that. Okay, in both the ways we are looking for the precipitate over there. So there are 2 ways to form the precipitate. First way is to look at their solubility product. If the solubility product is low, which means the compound will definitely precipitate out, right? And the other effect that we use in qualitative analysis is the common ion effect, isn't it? And that's the exact thing that we're going to make use of in this question. Common ion effect is working in this question. How? See here, what are we doing? We are adding ammonium chloride before we are adding ammonium hydroxide. So what does ammonium chloride look like? It is a weak salt, right? Right, ammonium chloride, it will break down as NH4 plus and Cl minus ion, isn't it? Similarly, ammonium hydroxide, what it will do? It will also, it is a weak base, it will break down as NH4 plus and OH minus ion, right? So it is breaking down like this, but can you see that there is an equilibrium in this reaction, which means it is undergoing both forward and backward reaction. Now when you have added ammonium chloride, what you are doing, you are increasing the concentration of ammonium ion, right? When you are adding ammonium chloride, you have increased the concentration of ammonia. So what it will do in this reaction, if the concentration of ammonia is increasing according to the Le-Chatelier principle, the reaction will start going in the backward direction, isn't it? So the reaction will start going in the backward direction, and hence what is happening, the concentration.
Predicted question, guys. This is a predicted question. Absolutely predicted question. And I did tell you that Le-Chatelier's principle, common ion effect, there will be a question. We have done one such question, but that was related to HCl and sulfuric acid. Absolutely common ion question, common ion effect. We have predicted this question, if you remember. Yes, anyway, over to you, ma'am. Sorry.
So here, see, the concept is taken from your equilibrium chapter,
Yes.
but the question is from your qualitative analysis chapter,
Exactly.
right? So see, most of the chapters in chemistry are interrelated, right? So here you are using the concept that you learn in equilibrium chapter, but you are applying in the qualitative analysis here. Okay? So what is happening when you are increasing the ammonium ion concentration? You are decreasing the OH negative, because the equilibrium now shifts in the backward direction. So the correct option is C. So even if you didn't read the qualitative analysis chapter, you should even get it correct just by reading what is written over there, because you should be able to identify that the common ion effect is happening. Hence, obviously, the concentration of OH will decrease. Okay, this is the question.
Okay. I think next question is mine. Okay. Yes, jaldi. We are almost done. Okay, calculate the molarity of NaCl if mass is 5.85 gram and the volume of solution is 500 milliliter. All right, guys. So what do we do? What do we do here? Yes, we all know that molarity is equal to what? N by V in liters. Yes, so now we have to calculate N, that is given mass divided by molar mass. 5.85 divided by molar mass of NaCl is 58.44. If you calculate it, we can consider this also as 5. It will be 0.1. Yes, now molarity will be 0.1 into 1000 divided by, if you calculate it, I think you will be getting 500 milliliter, isn't it? 500 milliliter. So cancel it out. How much do you get? 5 into 2, 0.1 into 2. I think it is 0.2. Is that correct? Yes, option B is your correct answer. I think that we had these many questions. I also do have one more question. Okay, I also do have one more question, and that was a very easy peasy question. Okay, we will come to that in a while. Ma'am, can you pass the laptop? All right, guys. Here we have another question. It's not typed yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write it down. And the question is, which of the following species has only one unpaired electron? Am I right? Which of the following species has only one unpaired electron? And the species that you are given are O2 minus, O2 minus, there will be Cn minus, and there will be NO. Am I right? Yes. If that is the case, sorry. If these are the options, so tell me, guys, the O2, if you look at O2 will have how much? 8 plus 8. So this cannot be the answer. O2 minus, there is one extra. So that means O2 minus will have one unpaired electron. O2 2 minus cannot have one unpaired electron. It will rather have two unpaired electron. Cn minus, Cn will have 4 and N minus here will have 5 plus 1, 6. So no, this cannot be the question. This cannot be the answer. But look at NO. NO will have another unpaired electron. So this you have to use molecular orbital theory. However, if you know how to calculate the number of electrons, you do not even need to draw the diagram of molecular orbital theory. You can just write that this is the correct answer. If this was the option, then this is the correct answer. All right, over to Durgesh Nandini ma'am. Yes, and I think that's all that I have from my side. If we get more questions, then we might come later. Otherwise, I think that's it for now. Okay, we'll be calling Shreyas sir and Namrata ma'am in a while. Here you go, ma'am.
Yeah, I just have one more question. I needed your opinion on that question because none of the students are able to get it right. The question seemed to be that there was a reaction given from Rosenman reduction, right? What is a Rosenman reduction? Once again, it is a RCOCl molecule when we are reacting it with palladium and BaSO4, right? This is a reduction happening, isn't it? And what is the reaction that is happening? So you have been given Rosenman reduction. The end product that you're getting is a RCOOH product. So was this the question in your exam? Was this the question in your exam? Let me know. Okay, because this seems to be a very false reaction, because what is happening? Rosenman reduction is used to reduce this compound, right? Here you are getting an oxidized product. So this is the wrong product that you're getting. The real product from Rosenman reduction is actually a aldehyde, right? This is the correct product, RCOH, right? So the false reaction was given another. You had to identify another reaction which was okay, this reaction was given PH C double bond O NH2, and when you hydrolyze it, then the product that was given to you was this PH NH2. Is this the product that you get when you try to hydrolyze a benzamide? No, this is once again a false reaction. What actually happens? Was this reaction in your question, bacha? Was this reaction? This is a wrong reaction once again. When you try to hydrolyze the amide group, what happens? This actually gets hydrolyzed into the acid, benzoic acid, right? This ammonia leaves and it gets hydrolyzed into the benzoic acid. So this was once again the false reaction given. And the last question that was given was this. Okay, let me look. Okay, so you were given this compound, which is a benzoyl C double bond O Cl, right, plus AlCl3 plus your benzene. This was given to you, right? And the products that was given to you was this product C double is acting. What it will do, it will take away the chlorine from here, and what you will be left behind, you will be left behind a C double bond O plus ion. Okay, now this benzene over here is very electron rich, hence it can attack this positive charge over here, and this product will definitely be formed. So this seems to be the true reaction. Okay, bacha. So let us now call upon Shreyas sir. That's all we had for the chemistry part. If you know more questions, then please send us on the Telegram channel so that we can discuss it with you. The link for the Telegram is given in the description box below. Let us know if you know more questions, if you are missing out on any. Okay? Chalo.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. Yes, your Shreyas sir is back, and here we are to discuss the remaining physics questions. Okay, so one thing that I am seeing, let me tell you a breaking news. Who are the people who are going to give the exam after this? Big warning, physics paper has more than one lengthy questions and some things which are not even expected. So my dear students, prepare really well. I'm not saying physics is difficult, but it is not as easy as it was in the January attempt. Yeah. So please go through all the things. Yes, whatever high weightage, sure shot, most predicted, those questions are coming, those subtopics are coming, but they are also experimenting with, you know, few things here and there, and you will see what I'm trying to tell you. You will see what I'm trying to tell you. Yep. Yeah. So let's start with the discussion, my dear warriors. Here comes the next question on your screen. The first 6 questions I had discussed some time back. For the 4th orbit of hydrogen atom, the de Broglie wavelength of the electron is this much. So how much is the value of n? That's the question. Let me just keep the chats ready over here. Yeah. So for this, the logic to be used is, whenever you are in any nth orbit, there are some wavelengths which are present, de Broglie wavelengths which are present, and those de Broglie wavelengths in any nth orbit is the n in number. So n lambda, if you do lambda n times, you will get the total circumference. You will basically get the circumference, and the circumference is nothing but 2 pi into radius of the nth orbit. Radius of the nth orbit is the radius of the ground state or the first state into basically n square. This n and this n cancels, so you will get a lambda is equal to 2 pi radius of the first orbit into n. So our n value is nothing but 4. R value is nothing but a naught. So it will be basically 8 pi a naught. Remember, there was n lambda over here. N cancelled. That's why only one n was remaining. So 2 into 4 is basically 8. So that should be the answer, my dear warriors. How many of you got it? How many of you got it? Let me know. Answer was 8. Yes, Sharan. Yes, Mohammed. Perfecto. Yojit, nobody would... please, if you are claiming something such crazy, you need to please give the proof. There is a Telegram channel of mine, Vedantu, or just search for JEE NEET Captain Stress. If you feel that the paper was leaked, please, submit the proof or raise the appropriate complaint, and we will also look into it if that was true. Okay, cool. For now, just concentrate. Yeah, just concentrate on this. Next one. If the current is given by this, then what will be the RMS current? This is not straightforward question. You have to go via the basics, and the basics is nothing but integration and our formula. So the IRMS value is nothing but you have to find the RMS value by integration, my dear warriors. How do you find that value? IRMS square is integral I squared dt by the total time from 0 to t. So you have to integrate this entire thing. I square means it will be 6 plus root 56, and then sine omega t, this whole square dt, the whole thing divided by time from 0 to t. Then you do a plus b whole square. You will get the answer, guys. You will have one term like 6 square, then one term like 56 into sine square omega t, and then 2 into 6, 12. So 12 root 56 sine omega t dt from 0 to t, the whole thing divided by the time. You will see when you integrate this, guys, integration will be 0 because sine's integration will be 0. Sine square's integration, I think, will be 0.5. Sine square integration from 0 to time is basically 0.5. Most likely what you are going to get as the answer is basically you know, you are just probably going to get this as 36 plus 0.5 into 56, which is basically 0.5 multiplied by 56 plus 0. That is what you will most likely get. So it is 28, 28 plus 36, it is 64. So this is IRMS square. This is IRMS square. So IRMS will be most likely 8. Just check if answer B is correct. Yes, Raghav, that is the answer. So one thing you should know is sine squares integration over one time period is 0.5. Sine's integration over one time interval is basically 0, because positive and negative half cycles will cancel out each other. For those of you who want to avoid this integration, remember, you can look at this expression as I is equal to I naught plus let's say I1 sine omega t. Then the value of IRMS, is just given by root of I naught square plus I1 square by 2. So you can use this formula also, and then also you will get the answer as 8. You can use this formula also, and then also you will get the answer as 8. Both ways. Okay, shall we go ahead to the next one? Okay, let's go. What is this? Which of the following graph represents the effect of intensity on photoelectric effect? How many of you remember during, so many sessions I have been telling that, guys, graphs of photoelectric effect are very, very important. Yes, cricketer San, I have used that formula. I showed you both the ways. Yeah. So this graph is so important that you cannot afford to miss it, guys. The correct answer for this is basically option D. You will have a negative stopping voltage, and the voltage to stop it is independent of the intensity, but increasing the intensity increases the saturation current. So it has to be option D. No, it is not B. In option B, there are two stopping voltages for intensities. Remember, stopping voltage does not depend on intensity. So yeah, many of you are saying B option, Bihar ka sher. My God, no. Share, this is not the correct answer. Answer is D. It is independent of the intensity. Next one, electron is C. These are easy questions. So there were easy picks also, and there were some three long questions were there, and many questions are also easy, many questions are also moderate. So those three difficult questions made the paper look little bit harder. Remember that. Okay. Then what is the velocity of the electron going to be if the electron is thrown parallel to the axis of the solenoid? Guys, inside a solenoid, the magnetic field is also along the axis. So if this is the solenoid, how is the magnetic field? The magnetic field is also like this, right? So if this is the direction of the magnetic field, also the direction of the velocity, V cross B will be 0. So the force which is there, which is QV cross B, that will be also 0. So no force, that means the path will remain unchanged. It is not going to be circular. Right? It is going to be unchanged. Yes, that is correct. Option C. Very good, Damodar, Puru, Prashu, Nikhil. Excellente. That is correct. Yes, Yashaswini. Shall we move ahead to the next one? Very good. Let's move. What is this? Magnitude of the current is 0 and the voltage is maximum when the load has... Oh, interesting. So when does this happen? They are telling you that the current value is basically 0, let's say. The current is 0 and then the voltage is maximum. Meaning if you draw the voltage graph here, you will get the voltage graph like this. Something like this. So exactly when the voltage is maximum. So voltage is maximum over here. So this is what is happening. Guys, I feel that the phase difference should be magnitude wise at least 90 degree. This can happen in either of these three scenarios. Either you have only voltage across the inductor and then the current here, or voltage across the capacitor and then the current, or then you have both inductor and capacitor but their net resultant is up or down and then the current. In all the cases, the phase difference between the current and the voltage is 90 degree. So it will be pure inductor, pure capacitor, or combination of inductor and capacitor. So yes, it will be B option which says ABD. A, B and D. Pure resistance, they are in phase, so it will not be correct. Yes, Sai, very good. MVL, Karthik, excellente, Gion, top. It is not option A, it is option B. So be little bit careful. All right, very good, Harshita. No, it is not C, it is not ACD. In pure resistance, you will see the current and voltages are in the same phase. It will be both maximum and both minimum together, not alternatively. This was also a very easy question. X and Y coordinates are given. What can you tell about the particle's motion? What can you tell about the particle's motion? Sir, it may be A is right, A is not right, my dear warrior, because resistance is there. Option A, B, C. So A, B, C, no, A, B and D. Pure inductor also 90 degrees voltage is ahead of the current. Okay, so in this particular question, what did you do? If you see X, you can find X velocity by differentiating X with respect to time. When you differentiate that, 2's derivative is 0, 4t's derivative is 4 into 1, which is 4. Velocity in the Y direction is dy by dt, which is nothing but 0 plus 8 into 2t, which is basically 16t. So acceleration in the Y direction will be derivative of this with respect to time, which is 16, and acceleration in the X direction is going to be 0 because this velocity is constant. This velocity in the X direction is constant. So is it constant velocity along the X? Yes, definitely. Is it uniformly accelerated motion? Yes, it is uniformly accelerated motion. Is the motion parabolic? Trajectory is parabolic? Yes. This is like your projectile motion. X-axis is a constant velocity, Y-axis has some acceleration. So yes, this is like your projectile motion where horizontal motion was uniform, vertical motion had constant acceleration. Particle will pass through origin? Definitely not. I mean, just check, 0 if you put here, 0 if you put here, coordinates are 2 and 3. Coordinates are 2 and 3. It is not passing through 0. So hence the answer is option D, because the question said which of the following is false. Very good. Many of you wrote the correct answer. Yes, D is the correct one. Moving on to the next one. Find out the electric field at the center of a hollow hemisphere with the surface charge density sigma on the sphere. Please remember, this is not a sphere, this is a hemisphere. So if you have a hollow hemisphere, then the question is find out the field over here. Remember, all the charges on the hemisphere will give fields in weird directions. One here, one here, one here, one here, one like this, one like this, one like this, one like this, one like this. Every possible direction that you can think of, the field will be there. The net resultant field will be like this, and you have to get that via integration. If you know the answer, good. If you don't know, you have to sit and integrate it. Otherwise, the answer is directly sigma by 4 epsilon naught. Sigma by 4 epsilon naught. If you want the proof, I have put up the proof over here. Yes, it is sigma by 4 epsilon naught. You have to take rings. Each thin ring will generate an electric field. At the center, and the distance will keep changing as you take different rings. You have to integrate all the fields due to all the rings and then get the answer as sigma by 4 epsilon naught. So obviously you will skip this question if you do not know it. Please don't tell me that you will sit in the exam hall and sit with this integration. No, you know it, good. Don't know it, move on. You have to gain those marks from the next question. You can't use Gauss's law, Sakshi. Why can't you use Gauss's law? It is not a symmetrical figure in 3 dimensions. So even if you use Gauss law, you will not be able to get the answer because the field will be different at the center and some other place. So guys, you cannot use Gauss law and get this. Please understand that. Yeah, you can do it using solid angle also. Yes, Vaibhav. So one option is using solid angle, where you basically take a small patch on that, you take the dq charge as sigma into that area, and remember, area is nothing but r square r square into the solid angle if I call it as a d phi, solid angle if I call it as a d phi. And due to that dq charge, you will see at this point the electric field will be dE, and then maybe you are making some angle over here, so you just worry about the y component. You just worry about the y component, which is dE cos, let's say, theta over here. Then you integrate this, and you will get the answer again as sigma by 4 epsilon naught. So you can do that via solid angle as well. Yep. Okay. But the point is, in the exam, you are not expected to do that. That means you are supposed to remember it. So guys, two questions have come, one on semicircle and hemisphere. So they are loving something which is half. Looks like the NTA person who set the paper, maybe he had a half heart, maybe broken love. Okay, so maybe, you know, they are taking revenge by giving you these half related semicircle and hemisphere related questions. So guys, yeah, be careful for the next shift, students. So expect those kind of geometry based questions which are slightly out of NCERT, but it can be there for JEE. Okay, moving on to the next one. Many students were asking me, sir, rolling motion is deleted. No sir, rolling motion is not deleted. Don't do these things. They can always give you a question on rotational kinetic energy. So I feel that this question, although is on the borderline, but you do not, or rather you should not claim for bonus. Is that okay? All right, great. So basically in this particular question, a solid sphere and a solid cylinder are rolled up and they go up till certain height. So what is going to happen in this particular question is their kinetic energy of rotation plus kinetic energy of translation will go into the potential energy. So if you talk about the solid sphere, the translational energy is half mv square, rotational energy is half 2 by 5 mr square, omega is v by r whole square is equal to mgh1. And then for the solid cylinder, if you say, translation is half mv square, rotation is half into half mr square, because moment of inertia is mr square by 2, into omega is v by r whole square is equal to mgh2. Now divide this with this, divide this with this. What will happen? Half m, r square, everywhere it will get cancelled. I will be left with 1 plus 2 by 5 here and 1 plus 1 by 2 over here, and this will be h1 by h2. mg has got cancelled, so this will become 7 by 5, this will become 3 by 2, so 3 and 2 goes on the top, so this will become 14, 5 3 is a 15. So 14 by 15 should be the answer. 14 by 15 should be the answer. Yes, no, it is not C option guys, it should be B option. Yes, B for IIT Bombay. B for IIT Bombay. Is that clear, my dear students? Very good. Excellent. So rotational motion is obviously a very important chapter, and in that the subtopic of rolling motion, many students thought that it is deleted. So guys, be careful. If a bubble of radius 7 centimeters requires this much energy to increase the size, then find the new radius if surface tension is this much, pi is 22 by 7. The logic, I'll tell you, it's very simple. The formula that you have to use is U is equal to SA, United States of America. So delta U is delta A and this is S, USA. So change in the energy is basically that 36960 ergs. Surface tension is basically 40. Area change, here you need to be careful. It's a bubble. Bubble will have two surfaces, inside and outside. So 4 pi r square inside, 4 pi r square outside. So what is the area? It is basically 8 pi r square. So please mind it, it has two surfaces. It has two surfaces. So basically the area will be 2 into 4 pi r square, which is 8 pi r square. Is that clear? So what will you put over here is bigger area minus smaller area. So 8 pi new radius square minus your 8 pi. Initial radius is basically 7. So 7 square. That's it. Everything you know over here, you just have to find the value of r from this particular thing. Okay. So you can cancel this thing, take out 8 pi. So 8 4s are 32. So 32 pi and then r square minus 7 square. And you know pi is basically 22 by 7 also. So that also you can do. Oops. Yeah, that also you can do. So you can write this as 8 into 4 into pi, you take it out 22 by 7, and here you have 3696. From this, solve and get the value of r. It will take you little bit of time, but yes, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, everybody, shall we go ahead? Yeah, see if you get the answer as 9.3 centimeters. See if you get the answer as 9.3 centimeters. Is that okay? Shall we go ahead, my dear students? Coming up on your screen, the next one. See if this question was there in physics or chemistry, because I was seeing, you know, Navabita ma'am and Nandini ma'am also checking out this particular question. But anyways, it is a very straightforward question on graphs. Pressure is there, temperature is there, and densities are given. And the graphs are slightly different. Compare the densities. We know that PM is equal to rho RT. So rho is basically PM divided by R and T over here. So the one with higher density, right, will have basically higher P by T ratio, which means higher slope. So out of these three graphs, this has more slope, less, and this has the least. So this will be the highest, this will be the lowest, right? This will be the highest, this will be the lowest, and this will be medium. I think there is only one such option like that. Rho 1 is more than rho 2, correct? Rho 3 is not more, rho 2 is not more, they are not even equal. So option A should be correct. Just check that out. Yes, option A. Very good, Varshini, Rajvarshini, Yashaswini, Bhavya, top 10, Gion. Awesomeness. Telugu people, Endarya, Apdu Sudale, Rohit Reddy, yes, correcto. What is happening, guys? Telugu people, come on, concentrate on the class. I know you guys are eagerly waiting for EAPSAT classes by all of us. Yes, all the sir and the ma'ams are going to come and take EAPSAT classes for all of you. Yes. Will there be advanced videos on this channel? Yes, Sanjay. There will be advanced videos also on this particular channel. So we are going to concentrate mainly after this on advanced, then EMSAT, which is now EAPSAT. And yes, whatever exams come on the way, be it like BITSAT or, you know, a tiny bit of here and there of VIT EEE, because there are so many students, especially in South India, who lack, you know, those credible and, you know, I would say those knowledgeable teachers who will prepare them for all these entrance examinations. And there are so many channels, and even Hindi channels are there, but hardly anybody does for, you know, these entrance examinations. And these are also decent colleges, and they are also good backup options, and many of you might not want to take a drop, so you want to get it through this year itself. So let's give it our 100% this year, right? Okay, what is the difficulty level of this paper? I'll make a separate video on this, don't worry, after the entire thing is over. Okay, what was the question? Electric field is this much, then the corresponding magnetic field, it also has to be cos. Okay, fine. So if electric field is given, magnetic field magnitude will be given by this formula. E by B is basically C, E is basically 40, C is basically 3 into 10 to the power minus 8, 3 into 10 to the power minus 8. So B is basically, sorry, plus 8, my bad. So B will be 40 divided by 3 into 10 to the power 8. So it will be 40 by 3 into 10 to the power minus 8. So 40 by 3, 10 to the power minus 8 is there in all the options. But what about the direction? Well, we know one thing. Electric field cross magnetic field is parallel to the speed of light. Now the light is going along z-axis, mind it, because there is a minus sign. So the direction of C vector is basically k cap. Okay, see this, it is t minus z by c, z coordinate. So it is going along the z axis. If this was plus z, it will be going along minus z axis. When it is minus, it is going on the positive side. When it is plus, it is going on minus, and when it is minus, it is going on the plus side. Remember, that is always opposite. And did I not tell you in the sure shot that expect a question on the wave equation, expect a question on the speed, and 100% almost every shift has this. So again and again, I'm telling you the same thing. So electric field is in the I cap direction. So which direction should magnetic field be to give you K cap? Obviously, it has to be in the J cap. I cross J is basically K cap. So hence the answer should be option A, because that is the only option with J cap. I don't know why many of you are saying option B. Yes, Akila, option A is correct. Lohita, Bhavya, very good. Yes, very good. Some of you are also in 10th standard and seeing this live. You are seeing your future tense. You are seeing your future tense. But don't get scared by these numbers if you are in 10th standard. This looks like, some mystical or mystery creature which is alien to you. But, after 2 years, you will be like, sir, this is such an easy thing. Okay, your 10th standard had very few chapters, right? So the moment you enter into 11th, you will see a lot of chapters coming through, but you have 2 years of time. If you plan it properly, everything will go well. Okay, two forces are having some magnitudes and the resultant magnitude is F1. Find the angle between the forces. Direct application of formula, guys, came up. Question on vectors, which is usually very rare. So the resultant is F1 is equal to root of, first vector is F1, second vector is F2, 2 into A into B into cos theta. That is the formula. F resultant is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Square both sides, so you will get F1 square is equal to F1 square. Instead of F2, write it as F1 by 3, no? What is the harm? F1 by 3 plus 2 into F1 into again F1 3 into cos of theta. F1 square will cancel. In fact, here also it will cancel, and just forget it over there also. So here I will be getting, okay, F1, this is 1 by 3, bring it on this side, so it will become 1 by 9 with minus sign. And here I will get 2 by 3 into cos of theta. 3 goes with 9 3 times. So cos theta will be minus 1 by 3 2s are 6. So minus 1 by 6. Cos inverse of minus 1 by n. So n will be 6, I believe. N will be 6. Just check it out. Yes, the answer is 6. Yep. How many of you got it as 6? How many of you got it as 6? If you got it as 6, proud of you, proud of you, proud of you. Very good, Madhav. Moving on, next question. The mth maxima of this wavelength coincides with nth maxima of some other wavelength. Find the least possible value of m. When this happens, understand, if there are fringes of one wavelength and there are fringes of some other wavelength, they will coincide. Means if they coincide means their y coordinates are equal. Y coordinate of 1 is y coordinate of 2. Y coordinate of 1 will be n, or let's say m times of beta 1. Y coordinate of 2 will be n times of beta 2. Why beta 1 into m or beta 2 into n? Beta is the fringe width. Fringe width you take m times. Fringe width you take n times. You multiply it, you will get the total distance. You will get the total distance, the y coordinate. So that many fringes are there. M fringes are there. So m, beta 1 is basically lambda d by d. And beta 2 is lambda 2 d by d. d cancels. So m into lambda 1 is 450. N into lambda 2 is 650. So m by n will be 65 by 45, which is divided by 5, 13 divided by 5, 9. So the least value of m can be 13 in integral terms. So the answer is B for Bombay. Answer is B for Bombay. How many of you got it? No, it is not 7. It is not 7. That will be for the other guy. N will be, the least value of n will be 7. That is one common mistake which many students did. Okay, be very careful. The least possible value of m is asked, not n. If you wrote it as 7, you got a wrong answer. Okay, I'll repeat it again because we got m by n. Okay, I think it was what, 13 by 45. This was 9 or something. So yeah, so the least value was 13 for m, and the least value over here was 9 actually, not even 7. I don't know why you guys wrote 7. From where did 7 come? That is also wrong. 7 doesn't even make sense. At least 9, if you are thinking, that is okay. You got confused between this and this, but 7 doesn't even match. Okay, 7 is not even the right answer. Be very careful. Okay, moving on to the next one. From the given circuit diagram, find the equivalent resistance between A and B. Between A and B. Come on, think and tell me. What is the equivalent resistance between A and B? Read the question carefully. See the diagram. This is -8 low voltage, -6 slightly high voltage. So I can see that this is at high voltage. This is at low voltage. So this diode won't conduct. It will be in reverse bias. This will be in forward bias. So ignore this resistance. No current is only going to go. So now we have 15 ohms and 5 ohms in parallel. 15 ohms and 5 ohms in parallel. So the equivalent resistance will be R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So it will be 15 into 5 divided by 20. 5 goes with 24 times. 15 by 4 is the answer, which is 3.75. 15 by 4 is 3.75. Very interesting question. Both the diodes are in opposite sides. You have to see which one is at low and which one is at high potential. Yeah, very good. Awesome. Awesome. Shall we go ahead? Next one. Infinitely charged sheet is there. In the xy plane, surface charge density was sigma. A long rod, charged wire with linear charge density is kept at Z4 parallel to Y. The ratio of the field due to the sheet and wire at 0, 0, 2 in form of n pi, where n is given by this and sigma is okay. This was, I believe it would be integral types or numerical type. Okay, so the way you solve it is take each of them separately. If you take the charge sheet, which is basically right now in the xy plane, no matter where you go, the field is going to be uniform. And it will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught due to a sheet. And sigma is 2 lambda. So it will be 2 lambda by 2 epsilon naught. So it will be basically lambda by epsilon naught due to the sheet. No matter where you go, the field is always going to be the same. Now let's talk about the other guy. Who is the other guy? The linear charge density wire. So this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, this is the z-axis, this is x, this is y, and this is z. It is at z equal to 4, that means somewhere here, and that wire is parallel to y-axis, so it is like this. So this is that wire, okay, and you have to find the field at 0, 0, 2. 0 is 0, 0 and 2, that means somewhere here. So at this point, the electric field due to this guy, obviously this distance is 2, because this was 4, because remember this was 4, so this is 2, this is 2. So what would be the electric field? Use the formula 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r. R is the distance, which is basically 2, so it will be lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught. So divide this with this. If I call this as E2 and then let's say I call this as E1, so that is exactly the question. Find the ratio. So E1 by E2 will be lambda by epsilon naught divided by lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught. So 4 pi goes on the top. So what is the value of n, my dear warriors? What is the value of n, my dear warriors? It is basically 4, I believe. Yes, the value of n is basically 4. Yes, option D is correct. Option D is correct. Yes, giving over Tamil. Perfecto. Yes, Yashaswini, that is the correct answer. Got it? So the question looks very scary initially, but actually it is just combination of two formulas. Okay? Very good. Very good. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Here it is. If a particle is going at constant acceleration and it moves this much in nth second and this much in nth plus 2 second, then what is the value of the acceleration? Initial velocity is not given, so you have to assume it, and the only formula you need is the displacement in nth second formula. So the formula goes something like this: displacement in nth second is u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So let's use that. First time the displacement is 102.5, u I do not know, a also I do not know, n is n only. Second time the displacement is 115, initial velocity do not know, a I do not know, n is basically n plus 2 and this is minus 1. Obviously the next step should be to subtract these two. So 115 minus 102.5, u and u will get cancelled, a by 2 is common, so I will have 2n plus 2, 2n plus, sorry, this will be 4, 2n plus 4 minus 1 minus this, minus 2n, minus will become plus, minus will become plus, 2n and 2n cancel, minus 1 and minus 1 also cancel, so I'm just left with 4 over here. 4 by 2 is 2, so this will be 2a. 15 minus 102.5 will nothing be 12.5, so a will be 12.5 divided by 2, so it will be 6.25. 6.25 is option A. That's all. Write the equation 2 times, subtract it, and you will get the answer. Okay, because I didn't want u, I wanted acceleration. Is that right, everyone? Awesome. Moving on to the next one. If a body is at rest and is pushed by some force which increases with time linearly, how would the acceleration versus time graph look like? So in this particular question, since force is directly proportional to time, it is mentioned clearly, then force being mass into acceleration will also be proportional to time. Mass is a constant, so acceleration is also proportional to time. So it has to be a straight line like this. Option B, yes, Kasi, very good. Yes, yep, many of you are giving the correct answer. Very nice. Option B is correct. Perfecto. Moving on to the next one. Resistance of a platinum wire at ice point and steam point is given. Find the resistance when the temperature of the wire is going to 400. So direct application of thermal resistance formula using RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha delta T. For the first time, let me use this data. At 100 degrees Celsius, the resistance is 10 ohm. At 0 degrees Celsius, resistance is 8 ohm. Alpha, do not know. Temperature, ice point and steam point, the difference is 100. 10 minus 8, alright, so just see this. 10 minus 8 and I am left with 8 alpha into 100. So it is basically 2. So it will become 1 by 4 is equal to 100 alpha. That is the first piece of information I got from the initial data point. Now when the temperature is this much, what is the resistance? Again use this. Resistance is equal to R naught. R naught is 8. 1 plus alpha delta T. From ice point to 400, the change is basically 400. So just put 400. So 8 into 1 plus this 400, I can write it as 100 alpha, or wait a minute, I can see from here only, just from here, what can you see? Take 4 on this side, 1 is equal to 400 alpha. 1 is equal to 400 alpha. Just substitute it over here. Just substitute it as 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 8 2s are 16. So the answer should be 16 ohms, which is a direct one. What a question. No, it is not 20. Many of you are saying C option. No, it is not C. You guys got negative marks over there if you have written that. It is option number B. Direct application of R is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha delta T. 2 times you have to apply. Okay, so these were the questions that I had. Now please remember, if you want any of the test series, please check out the link which is there in the description box. The test series are available in the new format and the new pattern, all right, with the discussions and solutions depending on whichever you want, for West Bengal JEE, for VIT-EEE, for BITSAT, for MHT CET, for KCET. All the test series are placed at 499 rupees. And for EAP SAT, do you want a test series? Yes or no? Put it up in the comments and put it up in the chats. Then I will ask for a nice test series to be made for all of you. I will get a beautiful test series prepared for you, and for that I would need your comments. Okay, so all the test series are there. Check out the link, the description box. If you expand it, you will see all the test series link. Now it's time for mathematics again. So I'll just call upon Namrata ma'am so that she can start the maths paper discussion. Don't go anywhere. Okay, just hold on.
All right. Mathematics is back, right, with few more questions, right? We have discussed almost 10 questions previously, and now I'll be discussing 5 more questions, and post that chemistry also have 2-3 questions. So that's how we are going to go. So we are having this question on your screen. So you can clearly see that this question is from King's property, right? Definite integration, King's property. I have always told you that this is NTA's favorite property. They always give question from this. So yes, the moment you write I is equals to minus pi by 2, 2 pi by 2 sine square x 1 plus 2 raised to power x dx. This is your integration. The moment you apply King's property in this, right, and you add, what do you get? So you get 2i is equals to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine square x dx. That's what you're going to get by using shortcut. I'll show you how we will get this. So first of all, from here to here, I'm going to apply King's property, which is a plus b. So x will be replaced by what? Minus x, because pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus x. So that is going to be sine square x and 1 plus 2 raised to power minus x dx integral. Now we need to add. So 2i will be equal to. So before adding, actually we need to simplify this. Okay. Before adding, let's simplify. So 2 raised to power minus x will become 1 upon 2 raised to power x. So shall I write it over here? 1 upon 2 raised to power x. Yes. 1 upon 2 raised to power x. If I take LCM from here to here, what do I get? So I get 2 raised to power x plus 1, and this will go over here in the numerator, sine square x dx, right? So this is your second equation. This is your first original. Now add. The moment you add I plus I will become 2i. Okay. And can you see denominator is matching? So 1 plus 2 raised to power x, 1 plus 2 raised to power x. So 2i will be equals to what? 1 plus 2 raised to power x. Sine square can be taken out common. So you are left with 1 plus 2 raised to power x dx. Can you see this is going to get cancelled out, and we are left with only sine square x, right? Yes. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now what kind of function is this? Is it an odd function or an even function? This is an even function. Sine square x is an even function. So even function says that minus a to a become twice of 0 to a. So 0 to pi by 2 twice of this is sine square x dx. 2 cancel out. And now one more time, if you apply King's property, you don't have to integrate this. So if you apply King's property, I will become what? 0 to pi by 2 cos square x. No need to convert and integrate. You can do it, you can still get the answer, but this is the better method. And now if you add, so 2i will become sine square plus cos square will be 1. So 0 to pi by 2, 1 dx. So pi by 4 will be the correct answer of this question. So pi by 4. All right, pi by 4. Clear? Pi by 4 is absolutely right. Yes. Some of you are saying, okay, sine square x can be written down as 1 minus cos 2x by 2 and then integrate. But you know what? This is something which is absolutely amazing. You just apply King's property, add. You don't have to integrate sine square x, right? Easy question. Yes. So this was an easy question. And now we have another question from binomial. So till now, binomial 2 questions. I have already always told you that binomial is a high weighted chapter. You can expect minimum 2 questions from binomial. Okay, so this is what it is. Coefficient of x raised to power in this. Now, can you see? This is not looking like a binomial expression. So, whenever you see such expression which does not look like binomial, what do? You just simplify it. So, 1 minus x square plus x cube, right? So, first we can take 1 minus x over here, and from here, x square can be taken common. So can you see this is factorized just like this. So you can just factorize it. Okay, 1 minus x square. So this is 1 minus x raised to power 6 and 1 minus x square raised to power 6. What you are looking for is x raised to power 7 coefficient. So what we need to do is, we need to expand this and this individually. 1 minus x raised to power 6. Let's start. 6c0. Minus 6c1x plus 6c2x square minus 6c3x cube plus 6c4 x raised to power 4 minus 6c5 x raised to power 5 plus 6c6 x raised to power 6. Full stop. Done. And now 1 minus x square raised to power 6. Who is going to tell me? 6c0 minus 6c1 x raised to power 4 plus 6c2 x raised to power 6. Minus 6c3 x raised to power, okay, so this is x square, okay, x square and then 4, okay, like that. So yes, x square and then this is 4, this is 6 plus 6c4 x raised to power 8 and so on. I am not interested in. Why? Because I am looking till x raised to power 7. So this is actually not required, but that we will get some more terms. Now how will I get x raised to power 7? X raised to power 7 will be can be figured out by 6c0 and this. No, actually not. So 6c1 into x. Can you see if you multiply these two quantities, what do you get? X raised to power 6 into x. So you are going to get x raised to power 7. One coefficient I can see 6c1, 6c3. Okay. Alright, now x raised to power 2. I need x raised to power 5 which is absent. X raised to power 3 should be multiplied by x raised to power 4 to get x raised to power 7. One more coefficient minus of 6c2, 6c3. So minus 6c2, 6c3. And now can you see? Okay, 5 and 2. Yes. 6c5 x raised to power 5 and 6c1. Can you see 65, 61? So 61, 65 and now you just need to calculate it. 6c1 is what? 6. 6c3. So 6c3 is what? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 4s are 20. So this is 6 into 20, right? Minus 6c2. So 6c2 is 6, 5. So 6 factorial upon 4 factorial and then 2. So 5. So this is what? 15. So this is 15 into 20. Correct? And what about this? This is plus 36. So we are going to have 120 minus 300 plus 36. Calculate it and you're going to get your answer. Yes? Okay. Minus 144. Yes. So if you're going to solve it, minus 144 will be the correct answer. Yes? Got it? Clear? Okay. All right. Now another question is from sequence and series, which is again high weighted chapter. So which says that you have a GP which is having first term 2, second term P and third term Q. Okay. So first term 2, second term is what? 2r, which is equals to p, and third term is what? 2r square will give you q. Correct? 2r square will give you q. Correct? These are also the terms of an AP. Acha, so we have a term related to AP. So seventh term, so a plus 6d is your 2. Correct? A plus 7d, because 8th term will be a plus 7d, that is p. 13th term, a plus 12d is equals to q. And now they are asking 5th term of GP is nth term of AP. For that, I need to decode for A and D and R. 3 things I will need: A, D and R. Okay, so let's do that. All right. Now, if I just subtract these two equations, what do you get? 12 minus 7 is 5D. That will be Q minus P. Yes. And if I subtract these two equations, I'm gonna get D will be equals to P minus Q. Now, can I just introduce Q and P in terms of R from here? I can do that, right? So, over here, 5D by D. On the left hand side, 5D by D. And on the right hand side, we are going to get Q minus P upon, sorry, D is what? P minus 2, 2, 2. Yes. So, Q minus P. Q minus P is what? 2R square minus 2R. And you know what? Yes, P minus 2 is what? 2R minus 2. So, can you see if you cancel 2 and if you take R common, R minus 1, R. So, 5 will be equals to, if you take R common, R minus 1 upon R minus 1. So, clearly R value is 5. R value is equals to 5. So, that means 2. R value is 5. 5 to the 10 is equals to P. And 25, so 50 is equals to Q. So, PQ is sorted. Okay. All right. Now, from here, can you see that if you put value of P is equals to 10, what do you get? So, this is your 10. And now subtract. So, D is coming out as 10 minus 2, 8. If D is your 8, 8 6 are 48, A will be equals to minus 46. So, you've got everything now. Now, this 5th term of GP, that means A plus 4D is equals to nth, sorry, 5th term of GP will be what? Tell me. 5th term of GP. 2 raised to power, sorry, 2R raised to power 4 is equals to nth term of AP. So, A plus n minus 1 and D. You know the value of R is 4. You know A, you know D. You just have to calculate the value of n. Let's do that. 5 raised to power 4 is equals to what is A? Minus 46 plus n minus 1 times 8. Now, 2 can get cancelled out. So, this is minus 23, this is 4. And if you solve it, the value of n you are going to get is 27. Okay. All right. You can solve it right away. Okay. So, 5 raised to power 4 is what? 625. 625 plus 23. So, 625 plus 23 upon we have 4 over here plus 1 is the value of n. So, 26 plus 1 is equals to n. N is equals to 27. Good question. I would say it's not a very difficult question, not a very easy question in terms of equation solving. So, there is a little bit equation solving involved in this type of question. If you are able to crack it, then it is a moderate question, or you can say lesser than moderate type. Okay, great question, I would say. All right. And now we are having a question from limits, which is from your favorite topic. Let me know what is that topic, your favorite topic. So first of all, the moment we see limits question, I have taught you this. Plug in x equals to 1. What do you get? 6 power 1 by 3 minus 6 power 1 by 3. So 0 by, again, 5 root and 5 raised to power half. 0 by 0 form. What do you do when you get 0 by 0 form? What do you do? That is your favorite topic. You apply L'Hopital rule. Yes, here we need to apply L'Hopital rule. Let's differentiate. 1 by 3 will come in front. 5x plus 1 raised to power minus 2 by 3 and 5. Minus 1 by 3 raised to multiply x plus 5 raised to power minus 2 by 3. That's it. Whole upon we are having 1 by 2, 2x plus 3, half minus 1 is minus half, and let's not forget to differentiate this 2 by chain rule, and x plus 4 minus half. That's it. Now you have to plug in x equals to 1. Let's do that. So this is 1 by 3, sorry, this is 5 by 3, 6 raised to power minus 2 by 3, minus 1 by 3, 6 raised to power minus 2 by 3, whole upon 1 by 2. So 2 by 2, we have 1. So 5 raised to power minus half, minus 5 raised to power minus half. So we can actually take common 6 raised to power minus 2 by 3 and 5 raised to power minus half. And we are left with what? 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So that is 4 by 3. And over here we are having 1 by 2, right? So 2 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. So this is going to be 8 by 3. And if we flip, so root 5 and 6 raised to power 2 by 3. This is what we are going to get. Okay, so clearly that our m is coming out as what? So this is equal to, m is coming out, so root 5. m is coming out as 8. m is your 8. Okay. Now n is 3 and 2 and 6. That means n is 3. That's it. Done. 6 4s are, 8 8s are 64 plus 12 3s are 36. So 64 plus 36, you know the answer. Right? Yes? Clear? All right. Okay, so we are having a question from Parabola. From Parabola, we have a slightly moderate to lengthier question. We can say this question is on the difficult side, but we'll still see what the question has to offer. Length of focal cord is given as 15. Okay, length of focal cord is given as 15. So length of focal cord. Do you know the formula of length of focal cord? Anyone? That is A times T1 plus T2 whole square. Okay, what is T1? What is T2? Let me just show you. So over here, if you have this is your focal cord passing through focus. Can you see? 4, 3x. So A is 3, 0 is your focus. A, 0, 3, 0. And this is T. So we can just assume 80 square, 280. 80 square, 280. A is what? 3t square, 60. And this is T2. By the way, extremities of focal cord, the parameter of extremities of focal cord, we have a relation T1, T2 is equals to -1. So that means if this is T, this will be -1 by T. So this will become 3 by T square, -6 by T. Okay. If you mark it as 3T2 square, 6T2, and you just apply this. So this is 3t square, 60. This is 3 by t square, -6, 6 by t. Okay. All right. So T1 and T2. So now A. So this will be T1 minus T minus 1 by T whole square. This is your length of focal cord, which is given as 15. So can you see this 3? 3 5s are 15. That means we are having, okay, sorry, we are having this. This is minus. In formula, this is minus, so this will become plus. In formula, this is minus, so this will become plus. This is minus, so this will become plus. So T plus 1 by T is coming out as 5, right? T plus 1 by T is coming out as 5. Whole square is coming out as 5. This is your length of focal cord. Now what we are looking for is distance of the focal cord from the origin is P. For that, I will need equation of this line. For equation of this line, I know a point over here 3, 0. So equation of focal cord, can I write? Yes. How? Y minus 0 is equals to slope times x minus 3. How will I get the slope? So slope of focal cord, let's say the focal cord is AB, can be figured out by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So 6 upon t plus 1 by t whole upon, can you see this is 3 times t square minus 1 by t square. So 3 2s are 6, and now this can be splitted. So t plus 1 by t and t minus 1 by t, and this is 3 times t plus 1 by t. Can you see t plus 1 by t is getting cancelled out and only t minus 1 by t is left out. So this is t minus 1 by t. Okay, so slope is what? Tell me. 2 upon 2 upon t minus 1 by t. Finally, 2 upon t minus 1 by t. Okay, but I don't know t minus 1 by t. What I know is t plus 1 by t whole square. So can I get a relation? Definitely. So t plus 1 by t whole square is nothing but t minus 1 by t whole square, and over here I have to subtract minus 4. If you expand on the left hand side, so can you see this is your 5 minus 4 is equals to t minus 1 by t whole square. So this is going to be 1. Okay, t minus 1 by t whole square is going to be 1. So if you put value 1 over here, you will get the focal chord. Y is equals to x minus 3. Now distance from origin of this focal chord will be your final answer, right? Let's do that. So 0, 0. So this is your 3 upon square root of 3. Okay, x minus 3, correct. And this is, sorry, 2. 2 was already there. 2 upon 1. Yes. So slope is 2. Slope is 2, correct? Slope is 2. So this is 2. So can you see 6 upon square root of 1 plus 2 square. So 6 by root 5 is your P. 6 by root 5 is equals to your P. So 6 by root 5 is your P, and you are looking for 36 by 5. So 10 into 36 by 5. 72 is your correct answer. Yes, slope is 2. 72 is absolutely right answer of this particular question. So this was the last question from mathematics, and now we are having a few more questions from chemistry. I'm gonna call them and they are going to solve a few more questions from chemistry. Okay, all right, yes.
Hi guys, we're back again. Hello. So we have few more questions from history. We basically have 4 to 5 more questions. So let us solve them. Okay? But just a minute.
Let us read some chat. So, bacha, after seeing the paper, after seeing the questions over here, seeing your very first shift, the April shift attempt, where do you think that in your preparation you have loopholes, that you are still not understanding that concept? Where do you think your preparation is lacking behind? This shift seems to be easy, isn't it? And also, bacha, watching these videos are essential to those people who are going to take exam tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whatever, because even the questions and the concepts and where the questions are taken from, for example, if there's a question from Rosenmund that we just saw today, so there is a high chance that this Rosenmund will again be repeated in some of the shifts again. So please focus on these questions, on these solutions. If you're facing any difficulty in any concept, let us know. The live chat is for your help only, right? Let us know, ma'am, explain that concept. I cannot understand it, because based on these concepts only, your future attempts will be made, right?
Yes. Okay. So we have the question here, guys. Shall we start? Yes. All right. So the question here is, this is from coordination compound spectrochemical series. You have to tell decreasing order of the field strength of the following ligands. If you remember, guys, when I was taking you through the coordination compounds chapter, I kept telling you that the anionic ligands, oh my God, extremely sorry. 1 second. Yes. As I was telling you that the anionic ligands like F minus, I minus, Cl minus, right? These are always on the left hand side of the spectrochemical series. That means these are always the weakest ligands. Okay, then comes your hydrogen, the H2O and all of that. Then comes the nitrogen donor sites, and then finally the carbon donor sites ligands. They are always the strongest, and even out of that, CO, this is the strongest ligand that we have in the spectrochemical series. So this is a strong field ligand, then Cl minus is the weakest, and then it is H2O. So I think it is COCN minus, COCN minus, H2O and then Cl minus. Option A should be your correct answer. Option A should be your correct answer, guys. Yes? No, it's CO, then CN, then H2O, and then it is Cl minus. No, it should be option A, guys. Yes. Yeah, we will give you the PDF. Don't worry about it. Okay. Next question will be taken by Nandini ma'am. Here you go. Here you go.
Yes.
Yes.
So again, this kind of questions are asked every year, right? Even when we did the most predicted paper, such question was there. Even when we did the most repeated question, such question was there. So you need to prepare for certain reagents which are repeated every year. Look at this reaction given over here. So you've been given this kind of compound. This was basically a benzene ring here, right? If I'm correct, a benzene ring was here, and you're trying to react it with alcoholic KOH in presence of heat. So what does the alcoholic KOH does? What kind of reagent is that? That causes elimination, isn't it? This is responsible for elimination reaction, and we know whenever elimination happens, we will get the 𝑧𝒐𝒓 alkene. Okay, we'll get the alkene product. So what will be eliminated out of here? HBr molecule will leave, right? So this is your benzene ring, and here was your CH. Here, from here, the H will leave. From here, the Br will leave, right? What kind of elimination? Beta elimination takes place, and you will get a 𝑧𝒐𝒓 product as the alkene, right? This is your product number A. The product number B after HBr. Now you're trying to react this alkene with HBr. What is the function of HBr? It is again an acid, which means it will give away H plus ion and Br minus ion. And what is the function of the alkene? Alkene is extremely electron rich species which will attack this H plus over here, right? And what will be formed? The most stable carbocation will be formed, isn't it? Here the most stable carbocation is this benzylic carbocation, right? So here it will be CH plus, and the hydrogen will be added over here, right? Now to this positive, the Br will attack, and the final product that you're going to get, I'm going to draw it here. The final product that you're going to get is this CHBr CH3. So you're going to get this kind of benzene. Now the question is relation between P. P is this, right? Between P and B. Look at the B. This is the B that you have formed. So can you see what is the relation between these two species? Look here, bromine is added on this carbon, right? While on the B, the bromine is added on the benzylic carbon. So what is happening? The position of the functional group, which is bromine, is changing, which means this is what kind of isomerism? These are positional isomers, isn't it? Because the position of bromine has changed from this position to this position. So very easy question once again. Let us move on to the next question.
Yeah, next one is mine.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Now, this question, if you remember, I have told you in the last, which was the question that we were doing? I think we were doing the mock test or the predictor paper, when in the last I told you that from thermodynamics, expect a question from Hess law. And right here, it is from the given data, given date, it has become given data. Find the enthalpy of hydrogenation of ethene in kilojoule per mole, guys. So we need to find it out in kilojoule per mole, and hydrogenation of ethene basically will be C double bond C. You have H and H and H and H. Am I right? Yes. Hydrogenation. So that means that we have to add here H2, and this will form C single bond C, H, H and H. Correct? Yes. This is what it will be. Okay, so here if you see, we will have to break this C double bond C, right? We will have to break this, so this will be in positive. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to break 4 CH bonds, so this will also be in positive. Correct? After that, we will have to break 1 H and H bond, so this will also be in positive, right? After that, we are going to form here 6 CH bonds, so this is going to be negative, and here you will also have a C double bond C, so this will also be in negative. So that means from here 4 and 6 we can cancel. That means it will be 2 CH bonds that we will be left with. Now C double bond C, the data is given to you. Yes, the data is given to you, so it is 600. Yes, 600 minus 2 multiplied with bond of CH. Okay, so 2 CH is left, 410, so it will be 2 CH. So 2 multiplied with 410 plus H, and H bond is 400, so it will be 400 minus C single bond C is, this is equal to 350. So if we solve it, this will be 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2. This will be 810. 810 minus 600 will be how much? 210 minus 210 plus 4, how much? 15 minus 9, 170. Minus 170. Is that the correct answer, everybody? Is that the correct answer? Option A, minus 170 should be the correct answer, I'm guessing. Yes? Okay, chalo. Moving on to the next question, everybody. The next question is total number of elements. Total number of elements which do not use valence electrons in bonding as per their group number among them. Okay, group number among them. Oxygen, sulfur, fluorine, nitrogen, aluminium, carbon, Si and B. Okay, so that means we have group 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. In group 13, you have boron. Boron has how many? Boron has how many electrons in the outermost shell? 3, isn't it? Yes, this has 3. Okay. So 13, valency is 13. It does use that. Here also you have carbon. Carbon will have 4 carbon. Then chemistry, sir. This will also be using it, right? Then here we will have aluminium. This will also be using it. 15, you have nitrogen. Achha, nitrogen belongs to group 15. That means how many electrons are there in the last shell? Last shell there will be 5 electrons, right? 5 electrons. However, the valency is 8 minus 5. This is equal to 3. Similarly, for group 16, you will have oxygen, you will have sulfur, and here you will have fluorine. So it will be NOSF. These are the ones that will not be using the number of electrons, that will not be using the valence electrons in bonding as per their group number. So I think it should be 4. 4 is the answer. Yes, 4 is the answer. Am I right, everybody? Yes? Okay. Chalo, moving on to the next question. Okay, so guys, if you remember Arrhenius equation, this type of question, we have done it in the class, right? I have done twice these kind of question, and I kept telling you that this type of question may come in your exam. So yes, it has come. For any reaction, EA1 is equal to 300, EA2 is equal to 200, overall is given to you as 400. Find EA3, K is equal to K1, K2 divided by K3. Okay, so we know that it will be A e to the power minus EA divided by RT. Overall is going to be, we will be using this, and we can write it as A e to the power minus EA1 divided by RT multiplied with AE minus EA2 divided by RT. Divided by A e to the power minus EA3 divided by RT. Correct? Now, according to this equation, we can cancel out A from everywhere, and after using the exponential term, we know that RT will also be cancelled everywhere. So directly we can write it as minus EA is equal to minus EA1. This is also minus, so plus and plus minus it will be. So this will become plus here EA2. Yes, and this will become minus EA3. Yes, directly if we put the values here, this minus will be cancelled. Here we will have 400 is equal to EA1 is given to you as 300 plus EA2 is 200 minus EA3. This is what we have to find out. So 300 plus 200, 500 will go this side, 400 will be 100. So EA3 is equal to 100. Is this what you guys are getting? Yes? 100 is the correct answer? Absolutely. 100 is the correct answer. Okay. After this, I guess there were two more questions that I had. There were two more questions that we had. Not two, I think one question. One question that I had. What type of electrode is a calomel, right? There was one question that was related to calomel electrode, correct? There was one question that was related to calomel electrode, and in calomel electrode, guys, what do we have? We have actually Hg, then we have Hg2, Cl2, and here we have KCl. So what is this? This is your metal. Yes, then you have metal insoluble salt. Yes, sorry, I was writing ISO. This will become metal insoluble salt. Am I right? Yes. And then this is the anion. This is the anion. So metal insoluble salt and its anion. And its anion. This should be your answer. Am I right, guys? This should be your answer. Was it calomel or mercury? Even if it was mercury, guys, do you remember when I was teaching you, when we were going through the physical chemistry parts, I had given you a sheet, a cheat sheet where all the electrodes and all of their all of their characteristic, everything was written. If you had been through that once, you would have been able to answer this. Okay. All right. I think with this note, I'm done with my part. Over to Durgesh Nandini ma'am. And yes, here you go, ma'am.
So I have another last question. Yeah. So last question which I received from you guys. Another question was related to the Clemmensen reduction, right? So what is the importance of doing all these questions? So that you must keep in mind that these are some of the name reactions, some of the reagents which will be repeated in the incoming sessions, right? Another question was from the Clemmensen reduction, where a benzene ring was given to you. To the benzene ring, they have attached CH2CHO molecule, and here once again there was a ketone molecule over here, and you were asked to do the zinc amalgam in the presence of HCl reaction. We all know this is the very famous Clemmensen reduction reaction, isn't it? Clemmensen reduction. So you must know that these name reactions are so important. They will definitely be asked in your exams, right? So what does Clemmensen reduction do? Clemmensen reduction is responsible for the reduction of just carbonyl group into the normal alkane group, right? It reduces this bond into the CH2 bond, right? So that's what we're going to do. We are seeing two kinds of carbonyls. One is aldehyde, the other one is ketone. Both of them are reduced. So the final answer that you're gonna get will look like this. Right? So this is the final answer that you're getting. So these are all the questions we had, including physics, chemistry, and your maths, right? I hope you learned a lot from it. The PDFs would be uploaded, the links would be provided in the description box. TK, thank you for attending. We'll be back with the evening session, and if you have any doubts, any queries regarding concepts or anything regarding your exam, let us know in the comment section below so that we can very urgently help you guys out. Thank you so much. Yes, bacha, zinc amalgam. Thank you for attending. Bye bye. I'm ending the stream right now. Also, bacha, if you have any organic chemistry related doubt, I have another thing to share with you guys, that you can connect with me on my personal on my personal Telegram channel called Nandini. Sorry, I wrote it wrong. It's called Nandini JEE, right? This is my personal Telegram channel where I solve all your chemistry related doubts. Students are connected with me on this. You can send me your screenshots, whatever doubts you have, especially related to your organic chemistry, because on this channel, I teach you organic chemistry. You can directly contact with me if you have any doubts related to anything. So that's the final thing from my side. Thank you for attending this session. I can help you out in your JEE 2024 or even 2025 attempt. Thank you.